Hello, everyone.
Use your natural fork.
Yes, yes. After
No one wants to
much
see that.
trouble, which seems to plague the Tales from Beyond series, we are now live. So,
Cheers!
without further ado, let's go ahead and meet our investigators for tonight. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I am Julian. I will be playing Detective Henry Lestrade, who is here for not at all his own decision, forced sabbatical sort of deal. He's fine. He's well adjusted.
Hi, I'm going to be playing Amelia Farwell. She is a writer and author, and she is here on personal reasons. Getaway, some solitude.
And I'm Jessica. I'll be playing Adeline Furman. She goes by Addie. She's an antiquarian, and she's here because she's heard that the hunting lodge has a little artifact that she wants to check out, and also maybe to get some skiing in.
Cool. All right. Well, then without further ado, let's go ahead and tell a tale from beyond.
Whoa.
Nice.
As sometimes, in a nightmare, events crowd upon each other's heels with a conviction of dreadfulest reality, yet some inconsistent detail accuses the whole display of incompleteness in disguise, so that the events that now followed, though they actually happened, persuaded the mind somehow that the detail which could explain them had been overlooked in the confusion, and that therefore they were but partly true. The rest delusion. At the back of the sleeper's mind, something remains awake, ready to let slip the judgment. All this is not quite real. When you wake up, you'll understand. So, Henry, your car pulls up outside of a Winter Haven lodge. Having to have taken quite some time to get up the treacherous road, you find yourself on the side of a very steep mountain with a very large, old building that seems to have history behind it, directly in front of you. The snow lightly dusts the area around you, making driving a bit stressful, if at the very least. As you arrive, you see a woman currently in the process of unpacking her own car, other baggage, possibly other guests that just arrived previously before you had.
This woman, what does she look like? Does she just look like one of the masses, or is she just...
What does she look like, Adeline?
She is about average height, a little thin, long brown hair in a single braid down her back. Fairly simple clothes. The car's kind of beaten up. There's some odd looking things in the car, but her luggage is pretty normal.
Cool. And this is like check-in, right?
Yes, you are currently outside of the hunting lodge right now.
Cool. Now I'm gonna find a place to put the car. Noting the very odd antiques in hers. Are there a bunch of other people around? Is it just like us?
Currently outside, it's just you guys. As soon as your car pulls to a stop, however, and you get out, you see a man step out from inside the hunting lodge. Native American, seems fairly young, maybe late teens, early 20s best. He's got this like thick, dark black hair, and these brilliant green eyes. And as he steps out and sees you getting out of the car, he looks between both of you and says, "Welcome to Winter Haven. My name is Achak. Is there anything I can do to help with your bags?"
What was his name again? I'm sorry.
Achak.
Jacques. Okay.
Achak.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
Well, no, thank you, sir. I think I'm good. I've got my bags.
Don't touch my stuff. Thank you.
Sure. You must be Adeline, yes?
Yeah, call me Addie.
Addie, got it. And
What's your name?
my name is Achak. Pleasure.
Chuck. Pleasure to meet you.
And that must make you Henry on work sabbatical, yes?
Unfortunately. Where are we staying?
Well, it just so happens, since your precinct is paying for your visit, you are going to be staying in one of the suite rooms that we have, instead of one of the normal guest rooms.
A fancy prison.
If you would follow me inside, please. He turns. Making your way inside, you're greeted by a very lavish foyer. You see rugs, a small reception desk with a window that looks to the outside. Probably how a Chalk saw you arriving. There's a massive sort of mantle and fire piece. Various paintings hang up around the room, and you see a massive amount of different hunting trophies.
Anything impressive?
In the main foyer, you see mostly just deer and elk. Nothing that immediately catches your eye. Addie, you do notice a couple kind of along the mantle of the fire piece, different sort of boxed off what appear to be artifacts or other things found around the area, perhaps. There's a shattered arrowhead. Looks like some primitive tools of some sort.
I'm gonna walk over there.
Okay.
And just kind of start looking at things.
Yeah. It's nothing too out of the ordinary in terms of, Native American artifacts. It's quite mundane, but nonetheless it catches your eye.
I make sure that all my check-in crap is done.
Yeah, and he checks you within, and then he leads you out into the great room, which you immediately see. The great room is this very cavernous space as you step out into it. There's dozens of couches, tables, there's a grand piano off in one of the corners, another much, much bigger fireplace against the back wall. You see much more grand hunting trophies in this space. You see moose, you see deer, you see various fishing trophies, as well as a large black bear head hanging over the main fireplace.
Wow. And Ijak's still with us, right?
Yes. Immediately you see stairs on your right and left. They seem to lead up to the second level, which kind of overlooks the main space, probably where you assume the rooms are. You also see a couple people kind of populating this area. You see far towards the back near the grand piano and the fireplace what appears to be this young couple, and currently in the process of some sort of debate. It doesn't appear to be a screaming match or anything, but they're definitely discussing something. You see one woman kind of off to the far side who seems very, very entranced with her drink right now. There is a large, very open bar kind of on one side of the rooms. Whoever owns this lodge probably isn't too worried about the authorities making their way out to Winter Haven.
I'm about it. I'm in.
You also see kind of off to one of the sides, kind of nestled right up against the stairs, is this kind of middle-aged gentleman. He seems very grizzled and kind of just keeping to himself in the middle of reading something. You do notice that one of his legs in place on the left side is just a small little wooden peg. And then you also see another woman who is in the great room sitting on one of the sofas. If you would like to describe yourself, Amelia.
Oh, all right. So I'm about average size, also slim. In her mid to late 30s, but very put together, big glasses, brown hair, that kind of wavy brown hair that kind of just goes past her shoulders. Not wearing super fancy clothes, but put together, nice stuff, and she's probably looking through a leather book that she has, and just, yeah.
The bar.
Yeah.
A bar.
And before you take off, and you would have gotten this spiel as well, Amelia, when you first arrived, Achak tells both Addie and Henry, he says, for the most part, the bar is open, as long as it's with moderation. I can't say our owner would be too happy if you depleted his entire stock. The only thing that we ask here at the lodge is not to enter other guests' rooms without their permission, and not to visit the guest cabin.
What's in the guest cabin?
Strictly on the order of Stuart Sutton, the owner of this lodge.
All right. You said go to the guest cabin, right?
The guest cabin, which you did notice
Okay,
on
so
your
it's-
way up. It's about 100 feet, maybe just behind the lodge, off a little bit of ways.
So that is exactly where I want to be. Okay.
Before Achak walks off. So I know I just got here, but where does that artifact happen to be that I heard about?
Ah, yes. Let me show you that. And he kind of guides you away from Henry. He takes you over to sort of this large display case. And he unlocks with a set of keys. And he pulls out from above it this sort of like very rounded wooden mask that appears to have been crudely painted with like whites and reds to depict some sort of perhaps rabbit or bunny.
Why, this is beautiful.
Yes.
Very, very, very crude, but clear effort went into this.
Yes,
What
it
do you know
did.
about it?
This is. Go ahead and make me an anthropology check, actually.
There we go. Did I not? 21. 85.
85, so that's above, I imagine.
What did I do there?
I know I need to remind myself what I'm good at. Looking at this.
Yeah,
That's just
unfortunately,
good
that's right. Could I argue history? Well, I guess that roll's still
Oh.
above, so
I'll allow history.
it's still above though. So
Okay. I'll go ahead and give you a bonus die for it too, because it's something that you kind of like were specifically here to look at.
sweet. So the bonus die, I just roll.
Just roll an extra 10s
10.
and take the lower.
Okay. 84. So still not quite.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you're not too sure. He says, this was actually carved by my people quite long ago. It's from the Penobscot tribes.
Sorry, would you the?
Penobscot. From my understanding, it is a depiction of one of our important manitows or spirits.
How did this come to be in the lodge?
Well, it was passed down through many generations and eventually was handed to me. And when I started working here, I decided it would be best used in a display rather than just sitting in my room.
Absolutely true. Thank you.
Of course, please let me know if you have any other questions.
I appreciate it. I think I'm gonna look around a bit first.
Sure. Achak takes his leave. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm fucking
Did you
hammered.
lock the mask back up, or did you just leave me holding it?
He left you with the mask for now, but he's not like leaving the great room. You can tell he's probably like vulturing just to give you time alone with it, but also to make sure you don't just like run off with it.
Okay.
I will probably have made my way over to the bar and gotten a glass of white wine.
Okay.
Scotch on the rocks.
There is no like bartender or anything. It's pretty much self-service.
Gotta do everything myself. Fine.
Pretty much.
Well, then I guess I'm like behind the bar or like making my own drink.
Mm-hmm.
And then
yourself.
I'm making like and I see you walk up, and I'm gonna actually ask you, what's your poison?
Chardonnay.
And I pour it for her with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, anytime. And I honestly probably take a seat, like, if not right next to her. No, definitely like a seat between.
Okay, just like that healthy distance where you're...
Yeah. Like, I don't know you.
Yeah.
And I just...
How's your demeanor look?
Not okay.
Yeah, actually, Amelia,
Not-
make me psychology roll.
Me?
Who?
Amelia.
Or Amelia?
Okay. I am trying to...
Can I ask real quick, Julian?
Oh,
You
good.
can,
Oh, sweet. 2
describe-
zeros. 2 zeros is on the percent die. Is that like
Yeah, so then it's just whatever number you rolled.
Okay,
On the
so that's
digits.
a 9.
9.
So yeah, my psychology is 70. So is that like a critical success?
It is not, but that is
No?
a very good success.
Very good success. Okay.
What
Were
What
you
did you
saying
say?
something, Adeline?
Yeah, Henry never described himself.
I never got... No, I didn't. You're right. Sorry. So it's like this like mid-sized guy, like 6'1", 6'2". Rather like pretty like lean with some muscle on him. He wears like these like beaten up clothes. This not so great condition jacket that seems to be through too many weird days in its life. Who kind of vaguely smells of cigarettes. 5 o'clock shadow.
With that roll,
Standard dude.
Amelia, Henry, what do you think she'd be able to pick up, just like from his demeanor and expression?
I don't want to be here. I do not want to be here, even a little bit.
I'm just gonna swirl my wine and say, people normally come here for an escape or relaxation. Forgive my intrusion. It just doesn't seem like you're all that too keen on being here.
I don't think I know your name, miss.
My apologies. Amelia, please. I
What
extend my
rings-
hand.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was deciding if I wanted to like go like the flirtatious route or not, and I decided to get not. So no. An immediate observation brings you here.
Solitude. This place used to mean a lot to my late husband, so.
Late husband.
Automobile accident about a year ago.
Can I investigate that? Because like
Yeah, make me a psychology roll.
It poisoned him.
That was my third late husband.
That was my third. He was a little tougher than the rest.
Just came back. He went
a little
down
tougher
with a
than the
bite. So I need to roll below.
Below, yes.
Oh, fuck my life. Oh, no, there we go. Psychology?
Yes.
Oh, son of a bitch! No, I didn't.
Okay. Well, it's a terrible thing to hear.
Okay. Terrible thing to hear. Yeah, husbands die.
Yeah. And I'm just sipping my wine. Normally I wouldn't be discussing personal stuff so freely with a stranger. I think it might have been. This is my second glass. It's been this trip I think is much needed for me.
Maybe it is for me too, the more I think about it.
I think at this point, Addie would have. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, isn't that why people come here anyway? To forget for a while?
I suppose that's why Tony always came up here. I never enjoyed the cold, so I always declined whenever he invited me to come up. I regret it, so, but here I am now.
And about at this point, Addie, you make your way to the bar?
So I think at this point, yeah, she would have made her way to the bar and completely oblivious of what's happening. Just like walk up between them.
Too solemn conversation. Like it's just for...
Well, hi, y'all.
Oh, hello.
Sir, I didn't catch your name when we pulled up. I'm Addie.
I give her like this look, like who are you? Even though I know very well who she is. Like, oh yeah. What's my name?
You know what? No, I have to keep looking at myself too. We have very similar names.
Okay. Henry Lestrade.
Nice to meet you. And you?
Amelia Farwell.
I'm Addie Furman. Same initials. Look at that.
And she gives you a little smile. Did you And she kind of motions to the bar.
Yeah, Addie's gonna go around and pour. Are there mixers or is it like just?
It's pretty much exclusively like wines and dark alcohol, like whiskey, scotch.
Okay.
Spirits.
Things like that. Yeah.
She's probably gonna grab a whiskey.
Okay. Bourbon.
Like, well. Okay, no, not gonna say that. I'm playing. I'm sorry.
You probably know I like absentmindedly like fiddle with something like around my neck whenever I'm like awkwardly avoiding eye contact now that there's that lull in conversation. I'm just like focusing on my drink and just kind of like.
Do I know? So I know this?
Probably anyone who's paying attention. This is just kind of.
Most definitely me.
Can I tell what it is?
It is a ring. It's a gold ring on a chain. Looks like a man's ring.
Also.
Girl, same.
You wouldn't see that yet, though. She wouldn't.
Yeah. How long have I been here in comparison to everyone else?
I'd say probably close to a week now.
Okay.
You would know that a few days ago, maybe 4 or so, 5, just like a day or two after you arrived, another writer also came in looking for inspiration and solitude and whatnot. I don't know if you would have had much interaction with any of the other guests.
Yeah.
Probably
not.
Younger couple came in maybe a day ago, 2 days. The very, very attractive woman who's like very entranced in her drink right now, she was here when you got here.
Okay, so she's been here over a week.
Yeah, you know she's here with someone, but he only ever comes down during meal times.
Okay.
And then the gentleman who is missing a leg, he's been here for maybe 3 days.
Okay.
It's kind of a small lodge then.
Yeah, it's not too big. There, you would also know Addie, or sorry, not Addie, Amelia, that there is another man here as well, who arrived maybe 2 or 3 days ago. He's like up here for health reasons, kind of get away from the stress of work.
Okay.
Who was it we saw in the big room again? And it was the man with the missing leg.
Yes, the
couple
woman
who was
and then
talking.
the couple.
It was just like an attractive woman.
She is very entrancing. She is like in this very, very slick, like beautiful, like sparkly red dress, and she is black hair that runs like down to her shoulders and these piercing blue eyes. She is definitely catches your eye.
Oh no.
Those pretty ladies. Oh, just for the record, my appearance is 70, so I'm a very well put together 30 something.
Mine is literally just like, I'm okay. My appearance is average.
Oh, here. MILF is my appearance. Librarian MILF is what vibe you get from me.
Mid-30s, is that old enough to be a mill? Well, I guess.
It's in the 20s,
Yeah.
let's be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was born a MILF.
Oh, yeah. I didn't say she's 20s. You mid to late 20s.
And how
And
old
like
is
fairly
Amelia?
like average.
30?
Amelia, how old do
Amelia
you
looks like
Amelia?
30.
Yeah, like mid to late 30s.
And how old is Addie again?
Mid to late 20s.
Okay.
She's 27, but looking at her, you know.
Get the average, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool. I have to make sure I got everything
Yeah.
in here. I honestly fucking pound like another 2 glasses.
Okay. So you do. You both arrived kind of later in the evening, so you've already missed dinner. The chalk does hand you all like a little sheet that has prescribed like the different times for food. You get 3 meals a day, you know, and if you miss it, then sucks to suck, kind of.
Yeah.
Unless you have prearranged, like a prearranged deal with a chalk outside of that. The cook, you would know Amelia to be a chalk's wife. She doesn't talk a whole lot. And then on the list is also the different kind of like times of the different trips around the hunting lodge. So tomorrow morning is going to be a hunting trip led by a chalk. The day after that's going to be skiing.
Do I see the hunting trip?
Mhm.
Is there... You know what, never mind, I'm gonna ask when you get there.
Okay.
But I wish everyone, like, nice to meet a lot of you. I believe I have a room with my name on it. And so I
So you have a good night.
give her a little cheer motion with my empty glass.
They make it.
As well as Addie.
Mhm.
And I pay extra attention to the entrancing woman.
Mhm.
Just like, is she doing anything strange? She's
Just very enticed in her
Existing?
drink, yeah. She looks up and like sees you walking, and she like looks you up and down, and then like looks back to her drink.
Might I gauge if she liked what she saw?
Make me a psychology roll.
Yes, 48.
She did not.
That's below my score. Huh?
She did not.
Bitch!
About how old are you again?
I'm like 35.
Oh, okay. Yeah, alright.
Mid-30s. Yeah, I'm putting in my notes. Ho.
She seemed very uninterested.
That's my life.
Be the opposite of a hoe if you know she has a husband.
She's a hoe!
He doesn't know that she came with someone, only I do.
Whatever.
So, Henry, you make your way to your room. Amelia, Addie, are you two doing anything? Or retiring, or...
Probably just chilling at the bar for a while.
Yeah, I'll probably ask him. So what brings you out here?
Have you seen that mask over there?
Would I have seen it just casually if I walked? I probably, when I first arrived, probably looked for any, like, maybe my husband left any, like, maybe there were pictures of anything that he might have, like, hunted here or something, or, you know, because he was frequent here. So I probably would have taken a look at whatever they had on display.
You definitely would have seen it, but it just kind of been like, oh, cool.
Yeah. Describe, what an, artifact, you say?
Yeah, that wooden mask over there. It's got paint on it.
Oh,
Depicting a rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Very
well,
interesting.
I heard that they had some kind of artifact, and I've been, doing a kind of a cross-country trip, coming from California, and this was next on the list. And I just wanted to see it, and also maybe see. How about you?
Oh, some solitude. Just get away from the hustle and bustle. My husband used to frequent here quite often, so it's a special place to him.
Used to? What made him stop coming?
He passed away about a year ago, so.
Oh. Well, I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's quite all right. Life happens, you know. So I thought I'd come here to get some solitude, try to feel a little, you know, closer to see what he loved about this place. You know, I would heard him gush about it all the time, and so, you know, try to put a picture to all those stories. Yeah, interesting mask. Wow, California. That's a long ways away.
It sure is. Headed kind of back towards Maryland. Up and then I'm headed down.
So do you like old things such as that? What draws you to artifacts?
Yeah, that's what I do. I've just, ever since I was a kid, always been interested. So I find and sometimes buy or collect things that I think are neat, and find museums, typically museums or collectors. So buying and selling. I'm an antiquarian.
It's good that you found the passion like that, especially if you've had it since you were very young. I'm glad that you're able to keep that going.
Thank you. I'm lucky to do what I love. What do you do?
Oh, I dabble in just writing here and there.
So also, I assume, I hope, what you love.
Yes, actually, yes. Tony, my husband, was very supportive in my writing since he helped me a lot to keep that passion, you know, when I had my doubts, and yeah. So I think coming out here I've had a bit of a dry spell, so I'm hoping coming out here would help get that inspiration back. So here's to doing things we love.
She'll kind of cheers.
Amelia, can you make me a listen check?
Oh, yes I can.
This woman 100% murdered her husband and is looking for his inheritance buried somewhere on the ground. 100%.
Okay. Oh fuck. No, that's an 86. That is not.
Okay.
Nope. Damn.
Addie, what's your listen?
I can read. Hold on.
New skill.
Oh, it's on here. Heck. There it is. 40.
40? Okay, I'll let you make a listen check too.
Okay. Nope, that's a 64.
Okay.
We suck. We're just two and
Yeah,
our drinks.
2 into your drinks.
I guess after a while, just kind of chatting, she'll probably head to bed.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
So you all do?
So it was just upstairs, and it's just like, is there more levels to this lodge, or is that just like where
It's
the
just
rooms
it's just 2 floors, like the main open space, and then like the second floor is kind of like an overlook into the central area of the great room.
are? Oh, wiggity.
Yeah, plenty of space and the perfect area to do your brooding.
People watching.
Ah, yes. I actually scheduled this. It's like, I think I should be done by 7:30. Scheduled for a little bit of self-loathing at 8. and then at 9, jazzercise.
So you all make your way to bed.
What's the room like? Is it swanky?
The suite that you are in is very nice, actually. It's got a very large, sort of like queen-size bed in the center, as well as like a very nice desk to kind of work, very large, as well as these 2 beautiful windows that span the entire length of the actual suite itself. That gives you a beautiful view out onto the snowy landscape beyond.
Wonderful. I choose to brood. And there's a nice big window for me to do it at.
To just
Clean my gun
yeah.
Picturesque.
that I most definitely smuggle in here. And I just prepare for the next day.
Okay. So, is Henry the only one? Henry would be the only one going on the hunting trip, I assume. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
As sleep finds you all in this very peaceful landscape, you all drift off into a slumber. You know your hunting trip is coming early in the morning before breakfast is served, so you especially make sure to take a good rest. So far as he can recall, it was a violent movement, running downwards to the tent towards the door, that first woke him and made him aware that his companion was sitting bolt upright beside him, quivering. Hours must have passed, for it was the pale gleam of dawn that revealed his outline against the canvas. And next, almost simultaneously with his waking, it seemed, the profound stillness of the dawn outside was shattered by a most uncommon sound. And without warning, a audible approach, and it was unspeakably dreadful. It was a voice, Simpson declares. Possibly a human voice, hoarse yet plaintive. A soft, roaring voice close outside the tent, overheard rather than upon the ground, of immense volume, while in some strange way most penetrating and seductively sweet. It rang out, too, in 3 separate and distinct notes, or cries, that bore in some odd fashion a resemblance, far-fetched, yet recognizable. Henry, you wake up early in the morning, make your way down to the bottom floor for the hunt. You see that currently is just you, Achak, and the younger gentleman that was one of the couple. Glancing around to the different trophies, you do see that a majority of the trophies in the room have been shot by one Stuart Sutton. However, you do notice a couple that, like the plaques underneath them, also read Joseph Sutton.
Okay. Do I get the younger man's name?
You've not asked.
I'm just gonna, because we're doing this all before breakfast, right?
Yes.
Is he looking like nervous or kind of experienced?
Make me a psychology roll.
Oh, yeah, I pass.
Okay. This is definitely his first time holding a rifle, probably.
I'm gonna take the time to show him.
Yeah.
Like, yo, do this thing and don't get me shot.
You do notice that kind of off to the side, kind of tucked underneath the stairs that you didn't notice before, is this large cabinet with various rifles in it. It seems to be locked up pretty tight, but Achak unlocks it to take out a couple rifles for everyone going on the trip and locks it back up.
Cool. So I just have like a hunting rifle?
Yeah.
Cool. I just want to make sure, like, I know Achak's probably going to go over it maybe, but I just want to make sure this dude knows. Like, I go up to like, have you held a gun before?
No, I can't say I have.
Well, let me show you how to not get yourself killed.
That would be appreciated.
Yeah. So I just want to, like, show him basics. Like, don't look down the barrel of the gun, that sort of thing.
Yeah, certainly.
Don't point it at someone.
Never.
You do catch his name to be Trevor.
Trevor. Of course.
Cool.
So you spend a few minutes kind of showing him how not to kill himself before Achak starts to direct you all outside the lodge. Right, so we will be traveling northeast, just over the top of the mountain over there. There's a nice clearing on the other side that I think is going to be pretty full of deer or elk or possibly even a moose if we're lucky.
If we're lucky.
Well, no time to waste. And he begins trekking.
I follow him.
Okay. Amelia and Addie, you both wake up. I assume you come down for breakfast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you make your way into the dining space, and you can see that there's mostly everyone there, all those who didn't go on the hunting trip. You see the younger woman that was part of the couple. You see the very attractive woman, as well as a bit of a larger, more rotund gentleman, as well as you see standing off in one of the corners is a man you hadn't seen before. Amelia, you would know him as Stuart Sutton, the owner of the lodge. And he's just kind of like taking precedence over breakfast, making sure everyone gets food and whatnot. You see the man missing a leg, kind of sitting off on his own at one of the tables, and occasionally a Native American woman with very long, dark black hair will come out, occasionally delivering food to different people and whatnot. But you take your seats. I don't know if there's any in particular you want to sit.
There's any
Addie
place.
will
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say she'll probably just plop down kind of wherever's closest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you a nod of acknowledgement and good morning.
Morning. How'd you sleep?
Oh, fairly well, really well. It's quiet. Like it a lot different from in the city. So, how about you? How's your first night?
It was good. How long have you been up here?
I think about a week. I think now. About a week it's been. It's been very nice.
Who else? Like, who's sitting right around us? I guess.
So immediately the table next to you is the younger woman that was part of the couple. Yes.
There's multiple tables then. It's not like a big.
Yes. There's like
okay.
there's like 3 smaller tables that seat like 4, as well as one larger table that seems to sit like 6 or so. The gentleman missing a leg has taken one of the tables off in the corner. You two are currently sitting at one of the smaller tables. The female couple is sitting at the other small table, seemingly pestering the more noticeable gentleman.
So we got a table to ourselves. Woohoo!
We do indeed.
Do you have any plans for today?
I think I'm gonna go explore. You?
Oh, I'll probably just stay here. Maybe see if I can get a good view of outside. Again, not too fond of the cold, but it is very gorgeous here.
And you would see that Addie brought with her down to breakfast like a fairly sturdy like backpack that has been on like a decent amount of like hikes and things.
You plan on going outside, exploring?
That's where else would you explore?
That's fair. Just be careful. You know. There's a
That's no
reason all
problem.
these trophies are here.
Addie,
That is a good point.
if you could turn your camera off and on, please. You're frozen right now.
Ooh.
There you go.
I forgot it was that simple. I changed it for another campaign. Okay, I'm the bread menace. Sorry.
Can one of you make me a luck roll, please? Either Amelia or Addie.
Oh, a luck roll. Okay. Do you wanna? I don't know.
Sure. Where's luck? I'm sitting at 50.
Okay, I got 60. So you want me to make one?
Yeah.
So just roll under our luck, or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Come on, baby. Yeah, 54. So I make it.
4.
Hey.
About halfway through breakfast, you see a woman kind of in maybe her mid-40s. You've seen her every now and then, but she's never around for too long. She's got like this kind of shorter blonde hair that's starting to gray, and she looks very, very tired. And she comes in, goes to meet the cook, grabs a plate, turns around and leaves.
Noted. Okay. So have I seen her? Has she been around since I've been here?
Yeah, she has.
Yeah. Yeah. Just don't see her that often.
No. Occasionally you'll see her during different meal times to come get a plate. That's about it.
Okay.
You do also see at one point this gentleman come down, the one who is here with the very attractive woman. He seems to be maybe in his mid-40s. He comes down, sits next to her, and he seems very, very grizzled and kind of like keeping an eye on everyone. You also see that Mr. Sutton begins to approach your guys' table. And he approaches.
Good morning, Mr. Sutton.
Good morning to both of you. Pleasure to see you as always, Amelia, and I presume you must be Adeline, yes?
Yeah, call me Addie.
Addie.
She said Mr. Sutton. I assume, like the Stuart Sutton.
That is correct.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. If there's anything that I can do to help with your comfort, enjoyment here at Winter Haven, please let me know.
Why, thank you. Actually, do you happen to know where they went hunting? Direction?
Probably to the north. There's a big meadow out that way.
Good to know.
Well, I'll leave you both to your breakfast. Pleasure to meet you, Addie. Takes his
Pleasure
leave.
to meet you. So I will be going south.
Yeah. Avoid being shot.
So, you finish up breakfast, and Addie, you take your leave, go on a walk just south.
Seeing if I can find anything interesting around. I know it's Native American land.
Okay.
You know, just maybe find some arrows or even just some pretty trees.
Yeah.
Some exploring to do.
Yeah.
I'll say, make me we'll say either a natural world or a spot hidden roll.
Okay. I'm gonna go with spot hidden. Let's say 46. Yeah, we're super good.
Okay. You spend a good amount of time kind of just walking around in the south, and you don't come across anything too extreme that catches your eye. It's a beautiful landscape, especially with a fresh coat of snow over it. You do come upon like a clearing in the south that is like pretty much clear of all trees, except for in the middle you see this very large snow mound.
Just in the middle, there's like a mound?
Yeah. Mound maybe
Does it
about 10 feet in height from the ground. Nothing about
And
it
does that
particularly
maybe-
catches your eye.
Oh, okay. It doesn't look like, it just looks like maybe there's a hill there.
Yeah.
Okay. She's just gonna go stand on it.
Stand on the map.
See if she can see anything.
Okay. While that's
Interesting.
happening, Henry, you've spent most of your day hiking, and it kind of starts to get towards the evening ish, maybe like around 2, 3.
Oh wow. Okay.
It was a fairly grueling hike, kind of like with the change in elevation, because you had to go like up over the mountain to reach into this clearing, and so
Right.
it took quite a while to get over there. You imagine the trip back won't take as long. But you eventually reach the clearing, and Chuck says, "Right, well, just keep an eye out, find a place to set up, and keep an ear out for other people's shots."
Gotcha. And I go. I'm in my element, ready to go.
Sure.
I want to bring back a bitch. I mean a buck. Same thing.
You want to kill something.
I want to fucking kill something.
Go ahead
It
and
is
make me.
not.
Go ahead and
fine.
make me a spot hidden roll.
What do you mark? So I have a 50 on the percentile, and what does the 10 mean? Is that like on a D10? What does that mean? For that, do I count it as a 60?
Sorry, what?
On
think
it,
it's
so I got a 50 on the percentile, and then I got a 10 on the D10 that I rolled. What
Oh,
does
so
what do I
no, it's a
count that
straight
as?
50.
All right, cool. So then, yeah, I make it.
Okay. You kind of sit for a while. About an hour or so goes by, and you hear a slight crack in the bush, and you kind of look, and you can see just up ahead a large buck kind of stepping out of the woods.
Mine. I want to like give it a little bit of time, and I want to just line up the shot.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a firearms rifle roll
Gladly.
with a bonus die, since you're
What is-
taking the time to roll it up. So add another 10 die to your roll
Okay.
and take the lower result.
Holy hell! I did it. 23. I got below it.
Nice.
Thank you, bonus die.
So your shot echoes across the clearing, and you can see the deer recoil, both from the sound and from what you gather is the impact. You know you hit it, but it begins to take off in the direction opposite of you.
Shit.
Not too long
Can I
later,
track it?
not too long later, a chalk joins your side. You hit something?
Yeah, I went out that direction.
Let's go.
And I'm fucking booking it.
So do you have any skill points in tracking at all?
Mm-mm. No, I don't.
Okay, so I can roll for a chalk and give him a bonus die because he does have.
Okay, can I make an argument to use my either spot hidden or listen? Because I'm probably just trying to hear like the direction it went.
I'll let you do a listen roll.
I made it. I got 30 out of 60.
Okay. So you listen, and you can just very faintly hear like the crunching just on the edge of your hearing of snow. And a chalk is in the process while you're like listening, like getting down, examining the tracks, following them, and occasionally you see like drips of blood. So you definitely hit it, but you continue to track it for some distance. Maybe about a half hour or so goes by before you get to a spot where you see like a bunch of snow has been pushed down, and there's this large patch of like blood and tufts of fur.
Think we're close. I wanna. Is it around? Do I see it? Do I find it?
Make me a spot roll.
Oh yeah, I make it. 34 out of 85.
34 out of 85. You don't see it. In fact, you don't see any other tracks leading away from this compressed area of snow and blood.
Then I start digging into the snow. Because like it has to be underneath, like something had to have fallen under it, I guess.
You dig down good 3-4 inches before you hit rock and ground.
I move the snow out of the way. Where the fuck is my kill?
You move it around. The deer is nowhere.
There aren't any signs of it going any other direction. You said no blood, no tracks.
Nothing. A chalk kind of looks really confused, and he's going to make a track roll. Oh, well, he fumbled, so he sees nothing.
What the fuck? I don't have anything I could use.
That's weird. It should be right here.
Yes, it should.
There's no other tracks leading away from this spot.
Where's... Just got his name. Where's the kid? Where's Trevor?
He was set up on the other side of the clearing from where you were.
I strap the rifle over my shoulder and I go the other direction as a bust.
Sure. Okay. We should probably start heading back soon. He looks up and, the sun is kind of starting to get a little low. It's maybe around 4 or 5. It'll be dark here in maybe an hour and a half.
I'll be right behind you. I double check where the deer had to have been.
Okay.
I want to look for just anything.
Okay. Make me a spot roll again. This time, since you've been looking before, this one will be a hard difficulty.
Okay. No, I don't get anything.
No.
I got 97.
You don't see anything.
Fuck. Okay, yeah, I go back to the truck.
Okay. You all eventually find your way back to Trevor on the other side of the clearing. He says, I heard the shot. Did you guys get something?
No, not this time.
Let's see.
What about you? Got lucky?
No, I can't say I did.
The shock? Should I be getting back?
Sure. Make me a psychology roll. Henry.
I have to reroll that, I'm sorry. $33 out of 58.
Okay. Kind of just like from the general air of things, you gather that a chalk's maybe a little on edge, probably from just the weirdness of just the deer just not being where it should be. As well as you can see that Trevor seems kind of like off, like he's kind of looking around.
Do I need to know something, kid?
What? No, it's not.
Okay. I want to. Is he shorter than me?
Yeah.
I want to just like stand up tall. I want to try and intimidate him.
Okay.
Size him up.
Can you roll?
Like low key.
Make me an intimidate roll.
I want to alpha him. Yeah, I make that. That's a 24 out of 50.
He just kind of like shrinks down a little bit. Like kind of compresses into himself, like getting an inch shorter. It's nothing. I thought I might have heard a bear or something.
Any sign of a bear, Chuck?
Huh?
I just turned to a Chalk. I'm like, are there bears in this part?
There are, but it's winter. They should be hibernating right now.
Would I know if that means like if a bear is out of its hibernative state and it's walking around, that probably means it's like either starving or weakened or something drove it out.
Make me a natural world check. Actually, we'll just go with a no roll. So just whatever your education is.
Oh, where my education is?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I was like, no.
Yeah, KNOW. Yeah. It's just a no. A
I
no
didn't
roll
know
is
that.
like
Okay.
a no roll is like general knowledge, just like something that you might know that you picked up from one of your friends in an unrelated field.
So I'm rolling. I'm
So
trying to get below my
You're
education.
trying to get below your education.
23
Okay.
out of 59.
Yeah, it's certainly if a bear is out of hibernation, it is for a good reason for the bear's survival. Ashok says, I would be surprised if it was a bear, but we do have a pack of wolves that roams this area occasionally, so...
Okay, no, we should get out of here, I think.
Yeah, let's go before the sun goes down.
All right, and I like going back towards the lodge. I give Trevor like a nice like pat on the back, like forceful. Yeah.
But you begin to make your way back towards the lodge. Addie, you spend a good amount of time kind of on top of the snow mound, just looking around. Not a whole lot to see. Occasionally you see like a couple winter animals like rabbits or a couple like winter birds, but nothing that immediately catches your eye.
So I'll just be happy outside for a while and then head back.
Okay.
Still keeping an eye out for anything interesting.
Yeah, for sure. You don't really find too much on the way back. Actually, go ahead and make me a spot roll at extreme difficulty.
Double zero is just zero,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, that's good.
One. That's
One.
oh, that's
One?
that's a critical.
That's a critical. That is the best you can freaking
Yep,
get.
critical success.
What the heck?
Good job,
So you kind of
damn.
just like wandering around, kind of fumbling, and you kind of like do a little sort of weave as you make your way back to the hunting lodge. As you kind of weave past like this one ditch, you kind of happen to glance down, and you see like a small patch in the snow where there's like just kind of this area of blood, and you see different sort of small corpses of like rodents and rabbits and stuff. Maybe about 3 or 4 of them.
3 or 4 little rabbits corpses.
Mm-hmm.
Rabbit corpses.
And rodents.
Does it look like some kind of predator has been putting them here?
Make me a natural world roll.
Maybe? Where is natural world? So close. Mm-mm.
You can spend luck if you want to now, if it's close. If not,
It's 9 away.
oh,
That's
okay.
a lot of luck to spend
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, nature's weird.
That's just in the Bible. Like,
Nature's weird.
I assume I would have taken my camera with me. Is that okay? Does I have my bag?
Yeah. I mean, it's the 1920s, so it's like it ain't easy to lug around, but
Oh, you're right. Probably not then. She'll just make a sketch
okay, easy enough.
and then head back.
Do a sketch and head back. Amelia, is there anything you're doing during this time?
I'm probably just like finding find a nice corner where I can kind of like have a good view of the common area where I can like write notes and honestly people watch, because
Okay.
I'm definitely doing that thing where I'm like getting a gist of like watching people and kind of like writing down like a fake backstory for them,
Mm-hmm.
Getting the juices flowing, and I've just kind of been doing that this week. And
Yeah. Kind of like towards the end of when breakfast is scheduled to still be served after Addie has made her exit and you kind of made your way back into the great room. You see the other gentleman that you know to be a writer kind of come down the stairs and go into the kitchen and like grab a plate.
Mm-hmm.
And he sits down to eat.
So what does he look like? He wasn't in the common area yesterday when everyone
Correct.
else
He-
arrived.
From what you understand, he likes to keep to himself.
I
For the most
can relate.
part. He's got this very unkempt hair, kind of an untrimmed beard. It's very like disheveled clothing.
Okay. Disheveled.
Definitely a man who seems to be invested in his work.
Okay. And okay. And he's obviously like he's I can tell he's a writer, just not even if I haven't interacted with him all that much, or
Yeah, you saw him at one point sitting in the great room, kind of like drafting
I can recognize
a little.
Yeah. I can recognize the whole like spiel, so I'm like, oh, I know what you're doing.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. That's good. Yeah, I'm probably just for the most part relaxing, people watching. I don't want to go outside.
Fair enough.
Probably maybe look around if there isn't much else I've seen in the lodge in terms of like what they have on display besides what you described, like,
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much know most of this lodge, since you hang out here a lot, and there's nothing too new that's changed about any of the possessions or anything.
No. Actually, I'm gonna take a look at that mask that Addie was really interested in. Get a second look at it now that I know.
Okay.
So maybe it's special since she,
It's,
obviously was.
Yeah, it's currently closed up in like a glass display case, but it's definitely interesting looking at. It's solid wood, maybe about quarter to half inch thick, painted like in this crude white with like red outlines to kind of make a sort of like bunny or rabbit sort of appearance to
All
it.
I'm thinking is like Donnie Darko, and I'm not liking it. But okay.
But you watch for a while. You see the young, sort of late teen, early 20s woman, kind of just keeping to herself off in a corner, and she seems to be like flipping through some newspapers and like clippings and stuff. Then there's the very attractive woman who's already started on her first glass of brandy.
And I'm guessing her companion is nowhere to be seen since
Correct.
we're done eating.
Correct.
See a pattern, noting pattern. Yeah.
But you people watch. Addie, eventually you make your way back to the lodge, and kind of like as you reach just on the outskirts, you see the gentleman from breakfast who seems to be perhaps a little out of shape, a little overweight, kind of like in the process of doing a slow walk around the outskirts of the lodge. You see, like, as he's walking, he has this, like, really ornate cane that almost looks like a sword in a way, like in its design. He's got, like, this very, very light hair kind of, like, pushed off to one side, slightly balding. I don't know if you...
She's gonna walk up. Well, hi there, I'm Addie.
Oh, hi, Addie. Pleasure to meet you. Sorry, my name's Dr. Quentin Wentworth.
Well, should I call you Dr. Quentin or Dr. Wentworth?
Just Quentin's fine, you're not one of my patients.
All right, Quentin, well, that's quite the cane you've got there.
Yeah, it is. I had it in the family for a bit, but Dad passed it down to me when he died.
How long's it been in the family?
Oh, I think my grandfather had it commissioned.
Incredible. Commission from where?
Local... I don't know, it was a collaboration between a woodworker and one of the blacksmiths.
May I see it?
Sure. And he kind of like takes a step off to the side to lean up against the lodge to hand it to you.
Oh, he was like, actually, okay. I thought it was a fucking dick. Okay, she's got a social graces. Here we go. There's also cute. Yeah, does she see anything, I guess, neat? Or is it just like, this thing is cool?
Make me an appraise roll.
Four.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. There's nothing too particularly like interesting about it that catches your eye outside of it's a cane designed to look like a sword. The edges of it aren't very sharp, but the tip definitely could be used as some sort of puncturing device if you stabbed hard enough.
But he's like, still, is that not wearing it?
No. It's not like incredibly sharp. It's just like sharp enough where you could stab something. It's still like kind of blunt. But
okay. Well, thank you, and she'll hand it back.
of course, you new here? Just get in the other day, right?
Yeah. Just got in yesterday, last night. And you?
Oh, just a few days ago.
What brings you up here?
Health, believe it or not. My doctor thought it would be good for me to get away from work-related stress, given the minor heart attack I recently just had.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's fine. Yeah, I think said it'll be good for me to kind of get away and maybe do some light activity, lose some weight, a little healthier.
Walks are nice.
They certainly are. And you can see, like, just barely, like, a couple beads of sweat, like, on his forehead.
Well, I'll leave you to it then.
Good day to you, Addie. Turns and starts continuing his walk around the lodge. But you make your way back inside, and eventually, Henry, you arrive with your hunting troop, probably right around sunset, just in time for dinner.
I imagine he shows us where to like put the rifles.
Yeah, he shows you where to put the rifles and stuff.
Might get off.
Locks them back up and whatnot.
I regard Trevor and I go up to Achak and I just tell him thanks for the trip. I had fun anyway.
Yeah, sorry we didn't actually get that deer, but
It was a good distraction.
Fair enough. You going on the ski trip tomorrow?
We'll see. Typically, I'm not one for winter sports. I don't play a lot of them.
That's fair. I'm not big on skiing either.
What brought you here again?
I work for Mr. Sutton.
What made you want to come up here?
Saw an ad in the paper. Paid well. Well enough
That's
for me
very
at
funny.
least.
See you around?
Nods. You all join for dinner. I don't know if Henry, you join Amelia and Addie at their table.
Yeah. People I know. You see, he comes up he's been like hiding it. You see him like with his wedding ring. And I didn't mention it before, but there is like a scar like on his, like this kind of small scar like on his right eyebrow.
You said a wedding ring?
Yeah, wedding ring.
How was your trip?
Which one of us are you talking to?
Nothing. I suppose I'm asking him how the hunting. How was your trip?
Uneventful for the most part. What about you ladies?
Heimlich! Who knows the Heimlich?
I like to imagine Addie was like in the process of
Weirdly
like
in
shoveling
character.
food and just like
She got so
Weirdly
excited
in
to talk
character.
that she just didn't
Yeah.
swallow the food. I actually found the strangest thing. There's a big hill. There's a clearing, flat, and then a hill in the middle of it. And nearby, there's just this hole or like a little ditch. And she'll pull out. She's very good at drawing. So she'll pull out her sketch. A bunch of dead, bloody rodents. Couldn't tell what it was, why, but they were just stacked in the ditch.
Interesting. Did it look like something was eating them? Maybe it was a dead sort? That's
Not that I
peculiar.
could tell. But they actually, what did it have looked like? Were they like ripped apart? Was it like bites out of them?
Were they just dead in there?
He said, because he said bloody.
yes.
Yeah. Could I tell like what manner of bloody? I guess.
Not with the fail on the natural world roll.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Rodents?
Rodents and rabbits. Rabbits?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't suppose, Mr. Lestrade, that you would know any animal behavior like that?
The only real animal behavior I've noticed in my line of work is the kind that comes from people.
Whatever I'm drinking, like the water or something, I just like silently raise a nod to that.
Yeah. Is there like water here? Like what's the drink situation?
Maybe if it's dinner, I'm sure if you grabbed something from the bar, no one would argue.
Yeah. Currently, it is just water is provided just at every table. If you want something else.
I'll go for the water. It's fine.
We could hit the bar later.
One of you make me a luck roll, please.
Ooh, I have absurdly
You
high
wanna
luck.
do it? Probably won't get lucky twice.
Oh, I make it 26 out of 75.
Nice.
Whoo, nice.
About halfway through dinner, you see the same kind of disheveled, tired-looking woman come in, grab a plate, leave.
Wait, disheveled. Did I see this woman from earlier?
You weren't
It's
there
just
when
us.
they saw her.
Oh, okay, so they saw her. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, this is the first time that you see her, Henry.
Yeah, I've only written down stuff I know, so
Yeah,
like...
yeah, so it's
Same.
she's got this kind of like shoulder length, her blonde hair graying a bit, maybe late 40s. Looks very tired, very worn.
And she just...
Plate leaves.
Do I notice them noticing, basically?
Are you, Addie, Amelia, are you guys like trying to just like secretly look at her, or you just kind of like watch her come in and out?
I probably
look at her, like
watched.
look at Amelia.
Yeah, so I'd say you notice them.
Someone you know?
She did the same this morning.
Yeah,
Just
she's
in, plate, left.
a lot of people come here just to, obviously, solitude. But yeah, this is the only time I ever see her.
Got a name?
No. Actually, to be quite honest, besides the owner, you two are the only people I've actually really talked to on a first name basis. I guess I've generally kept the same theme as a lot of people around here. Just keep to yourself.
Side note, I think your video is off. Your words in your mouth. Or your...
My internet is not doing
Yeah, I was gonna
well.
say that looks more like an internet issue right now.
Yeah. Let me try switching internets to see if that works.
Switching internets. This feels really weird wearing a ring on my ring finger.
It took a while to get used to.
After you finish the conversation, Mr. Sutton approaches the table
Oh.
again. Oh, sorry, if you weren't done.
I was just gonna respond to her thing about... I wanted to mention the video issue first, but I was gonna respond to her thing. Well, I did speak with that man, that nice man with the cane. His name is Dr. Quentin Wentworth. It's such a cool cane.
A doctor?
Mm-hmm.
What did you
I
happen
don't
to
know
catch
Dr.
what
what,
kind?
actually. No. I was more interested in the cane.
I may have just known you for a day, but I feel like that is that sounds very much like something you would do.
See, can you put him out?
That's an insult.
No, sorry, I don't mean to insult. It just you seem like a very inquisitive person. Just
I
from what
haven't
you've told me
thought
you're
that
interested
before.
into, and I applaud that. Inquisitive minds keep the world running. Otherwise, we will be just stagnant and not live our best lives, I believe. So.
Absolutely true.
Once upon a time, I would have drank to that.
About at this point, Mr. Sutton approaches the table. He had been kind of like lording over the meal again. And he approaches. Good evening, all of you.
Good evening.
I didn't get a chance earlier today. You were on the hunting trip. Henry, right?
Lestrade. Henry Lestrade.
Yes.
And you are Mr. Sutton. I've
Mr.
seen a few
Sutton,
of your
that is
kills.
correct.
I've seen a few of your kills posted around here, and I'm very impressed.
Thank you. You spent a lot of time around here.
What to be with the pleasure?
Just thought I'd stop in, say hi. I haven't got to introduce myself to you yet, so...
I give like the fakest smile. Just
You're not even hiding it.
like one of these. Hit him with one of these.
I'm being polite because I kind of socially have to.
He
Yeah, exactly.
He like nods to you and is like, well, I'll leave you all to your dinner. Just wanted to introduce myself. And he turns and leaves.
What did he look like?
He is a gentleman maybe in his late 40s, possibly early 50s. Very tall.
I'm dead ass imagining Orville Redenbacher right now.
Fair. No, but he's got like this very light, sandy, sort of light brown hair. Carries himself very well.
Pre-popped hair.
Pre-popped hair.
Sweet. Also.
After finishing her food, Addie is gonna, what's his name? Go find a Chuck.
Okay. You do.
Was there anything weird about him? Like, was he genuinely just being just like, hey, welcome to my place? Or was he looking for something?
Make me a psychology roll.
I should have put more fucking points on that.
Me with everything that I've been asked to roll for.
Yeah.
I make it 41 out of 58.
We've been rolling really good so far. Let's hope it doesn't
It
stop.
seemed like his intent was just to introduce himself.
Okay.
Addie, you find a Chuck.
Yeah, Hi, Chalk.
Hello?
While y'all were hunting, I went on a little walk. Do you know anything about that field down south with the hill mound?
Which one are you talking about? There's a lot of clearings around here.
Big clearing, and then right in the middle, about 10 feet tall, mound.
I suppose so. I never put much thought into it.
All right. Well, I found you seem like you go hunting and decent about nature, about animals.
Sure.
She'll take out her drawing or her notebook, her sketchpad. I found a little ditch with some bloody rodents and rabbits, and I couldn't see any other tracks. I didn't notice anything. They were just bloody, all piled in this ditch. What? That's not normal, I don't think.
I can't say it's something I've heard of before, but I don't know. Foxes in this area are maybe making a stash or something. I'm not sure.
Wouldn't they just eat it?
I guess, but they do leave remains behind.
Okay, then, thank you.
So, while she's gone, Amelia, I don't believe I caught your last name, milady.
Farwell.
Farwell. How long have you been here?
About a week or so. Days kind of merged together, you know, when just relaxing, but about a week. Yeah. How long do you plan on staying here, if you don't mind?
I think I've been sent here a few days, maybe a week as well.
Sent? Sounds like a prison sentence or something, the way you say that.
Something like that. My wife was supposed to join me. Didn't work out.
Sorry to hear that. I suppose I can relate all the times Tony wanted me to come up here with them, and then I've just found some excuse.
If only it were that simple. You've been up here a while already. Will you be leaving soon?
You know what? I don't know. Maybe I didn't really give myself a time frame. I have a lot of free time on my hands right now. Maybe a few more days, or maybe another week. Depends on how much I can get out of this place. It's oddly, I feel more at home here than I do at my current home. I think maybe it's because I see all the things my husband loved about this place.
I can understand that.
Anyway, sorry you didn't catch anything. If I know anything about living with a hunter, it sounds like you might need a good drink to help maybe nurse any disappointment you might have.
I wouldn't turn it down. But to be honest with you, I'm not much of a hunter myself. I'm a detective for the NYPD.
Oh. Well, that's quite...
Game and buck and elk aren't really my field.
I see. You must have seen quite a lot in New York.
Something like that. There's something weird about this place, wouldn't you say?
I suppose it depends on your definition of weird, I guess.
I shot a buck. Solidly. Tracked it down. Gone. No tracks. Just blood. And I may not be much of a hunter, but I'm pretty sure I know what happens when an animal takes some lead between the ribs.
Would I be back at this point?
Yeah.
Keeper, would I... Does this sound like any stories I might have heard? Does this sound familiar at all? Like to maybe... Or is this just totally, wow, weird?
I don't think it's something that you'd know about.
Anyone that might have had the same kind of experience?
No, it's just weird.
Weird, yeah. Consider that is very peculiar.
Did Addie hear
was
me
weird.
explain?
He said I was back.
I imagine Addie walked back right after Henry was like, I'm pretty sure I know what happens when you put lead in between a set of ribs.
It
Did you
died
just say
then?
nature is weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful.
Nature's weird.
Nature's weird.
It should have. Couldn't find it afterwards, though. Unless something faster got it before I did. What?
I hope it's not suffering. Something faster. You would have seen tracks, though, right?
Yeah, I would have.
Especially if it's bleeding, like you said. If you got a good shot at it.
That's probably nothing. Maybe a little too much scotch before the night.
You do also recall that Achak said there is a wolf pack in the area.
I would be very careful then, Miss Addie, if you are going out on your own again, if there are wolves out here. Honestly, I should have gone with you. I shouldn't have let you go out alone.
Oh, I do this all the time.
You seem very capable.
Thank you.
Again, I guess I have an excuse to stay inside. I'll take it.
Well, do what you love.
You all finish up
I
your
love
dinner and migrate out into the great room where warm brandy is provided if you would like to partake.
I will partake in some brandy.
Yup.
Yup, bring it. Party.
You see Dr. Quentin seemingly quite contrary to what he was discussing about health, off in a corner, like smoking a fat cigar and like sipping on some brandy.
Aren't cigars and cigarettes healthy for you?
Oh,
in this
totally.
time
Yeah.
period?
Oh yeah, it's the 20s.
Yeah, like aren't they still healthy?
Yeah, I suppose so. It's kind of the
Cool.
go-to.
Wait. Oh, wait. That means we can smoke in here.
Yes.
Yeah. Cigarette. Boom.
Right, you are doing the hard-boiled grizzled detective right here.
Yup.
You're like,
Doing it.
You know what? I'm going to join you. I was married to a big game hunter. You know what? I'm feeling the brandy right now.
I offer her like I offer everyone just like.
Yeah.
Since it's offered, she'll take one.
Okay. Can one of you make me a listen check? Whoever has the highest.
Yeah.
I have
My
50.
listen. My listen
20?
is mine is 60.
Yeah, that's higher than mine.
Okay. Ooh, 19 out of 60.
Bruh.
Nice.
Nice. As you're kind of like offering around to your newfound compatriots, you do catch a conversation between the couple off in the corner, Trevor and whoever his significant other is. You can barely hear like Trevor kind of in a low voice talking to her, just like, "Man, your theory is weird, I have to admit, but I don't know, maybe you're kind of swaying me a little more to your side. I heard something a bit odd on the hunt." And,
Damn it,
all of us?
you hear her, "See, I told you, see? They're out here."
Do all of us hear that or just him?
Just him.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
So, I am. I'll be right back.
Trying to hide the excitement.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go over. And I'm just gonna kind of like, I'm not necessarily trying to like sneak, but I'm just gonna like stand up straight.
Since you're not trying to like be stealthy about it, they kind of notice you immediately and kind of cut their conversation, and Trevor kind of gives a nervous wave.
I'm
I'm sitting back and watching this.
I
Yeah,
give him
I'm
a
watching.
nod. And I just ask him. Well, no, I don't ask him anything. So just I turn him away from his woman, actually. And I'm just gonna just be like take him by the shoulder, and I just my name is Detective Lestrade, ma'am, and you are.
My name is Madeline.
Madeline. I hope you don't mind, but I have to steal this one for just a minute because some hunting talk to go
Oh,
through.
sure, yeah, not a problem.
Yeah, pleasure
Since
to
we're
meet
paying
you.
attention now, do we hear this?
I give Addie a little raised eyebrow and continue to watch this exchange.
And I keep my arm like around Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just
Dude, you're
like-
alpha dogging
he's
it.
kinda
You
like-
are-
Yes. I kind of want to like.
Hate.
I want to like play up like the I am bigger than you, I will crush you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Addie, your camera's frozen again, by the way.
Why?
I will say every time it freezes, it's like a nice like Vogue shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's never.
That's good.
Flattering.
That's good. Typically when I freeze, it's like...
But I just want to we're going for a nice stroll. Like I'm
Okay, you got him
I'm
away.
I'm drinking from my wine. I keep like my cigar hand like over his shoulder
Mhm.
while I drink. And
It's kind of like,
good day, huh?
yeah.
So out of my element right now.
So, Detective Lestrade,
That's me.
with the local precinct or out of state?
Out of state. A little further south. I couldn't help but overhear you and Madeline, was it?
Yes, Madeline.
We were talking a little bit. Weird day, huh?
Bit of a weird day for sure, yeah.
Buck don't just disappear like that. And I pretend to know what happens. Like I know what happens. I can know when I have killed something.
Sure.
I don't suppose you know who they is. Do you?
They?
Like I said, I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. I just, if something's something, then I
Oh.
grip him tighter. I was like, there's something out here.
Oh,
I don't know about it. You
God,
should tell
you're
me.
talking about what you overheard. Madison saying. Okay. Or Madeline, sorry. Derp.
Madison.
Madison. she just has these really weird theories. Go ahead and make me an intimidation check with the bonus die.
Oh, gladly.
Amelia's just gonna like whisper to Addie. I hate
You hate what?
I hate it when men do this.
So
Sort of.
They walked out of the room, right? They're outside.
Oh,
now.
did they?
No, we're around.
Yeah.
I'm keeping
Oh,
him
okay. I thought you meant, like,
we're
I imagine
having a
probably just
friendly
like,
chat.
yeah, a little loop around the
Okay.
great room.
Addie's sitting there, like, visibly making a face.
Yeah. Some sort of contest.
So isn't 2 zeros really good?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I got that.
Okay. 2 zeros and a what? What was your 10?
My 10 was a 10.
Oh,
Oh,
so that's
actually-
actually 100.
That's actually the worst you could do.
No.
What was your other roll?
Oh right. Okay, so I take the lower one, right?
Yes.
Thank
Sorry,
goodness.
I take the lower one. Praise the sun.
Yeah, if it's
That's
0,
20.
0, if it's 0, 0, 1, that is good. That's a critical success. If it's 0, 0, 0, that is 100. That's bad. That's a fumble.
Oh no. Then I had my bonus die, so that is a 26.
Okay. He's just kind of like,
Wait,
look, she's
wait,
just...
wait. With the bonus die, you only roll an extra 10, right?
Yeah.
Not the full reroll.
Correct.
So you just have a 6 then, right?
A 6, yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
misunderstood.
Still,
Yeah, so you don't,
better
you don't
now.
roll another
success,
100.
still.
Okay.
And you just kind of... look, she has weird theories. She's a bit of a cryptologist. We've been just kind of going around the country, and supposedly recently she believes to be reports of Bigfoot in the area. Sasquatch, are you familiar?
Explain.
Do I
Explain.
hear this?
Probably.
I'm gonna, and I'll wait till y'all are done, but I'm gonna run over.
From what she believes, these hairy, bipedal, large, ape-like creatures, supposedly, there have been reports in Jerry Lane that there have been sightings of large, hairy creatures around this area, so she wanted to come check it out.
Awesome. Sorry, kid. I was just a little bit worried about you. Looking out for you.
Look, our conversations are always more debates because she's very gung-ho on this stuff, and I can't say that I am the same.
What do you do, Trevor?
What do I do?
Yeah. What's your day to day?
I'm about to start university.
University.
Yeah.
Student?
Yes, student.
Studying what?
I'm not entirely sure yet. Maybe history.
Interesting. Well, I will keep you from your woman.
Yes, sure.
Very longer. So, we walk back towards Madeline, and I just I put him like back in front of her. It's like, wonderful guy you got here.
Well,
And
yeah, I'd already be there because the instant he said cryptologist, like I bolted to her.
Yeah.
I'm just like gonna be like, all right.
So I see.
You see
I see Addie
Addie
approach.
make her way over to Madeline.
Is it very obvious that like what she's about to do?
Probably.
You know what?
Okay,
I'm
so
going to actually turn and start writing something in this leather book that you see me have. Like I'm watching this. I'm screw that, writing this
So
shit down.
I take Trevor back. I'm just like, wonderful guy you have here. Actually, Miss Madeline,
That's me?
if I might introduce you to my colleague over here.
Oh no, I was already talking.
Yeah,
to her.
no,
This-
she's...
Okay,
the
damn. Never
cryptologist,
mind.
Yeah.
Like y'all were still talking.
Mhm.
Like,
So
I
Addie,
was waiting for
Addie,
the conversation to
you
end.
run over while Henry is still having this conversation with Trevor. Madeline kind of like is taken aback by the speed of your approach.
Hi.
That's crazy. Like,
Crazy eye.
hi. I'm Addie. I couldn't help over here. I'm sorry. First off, about Henry. He's crazy. He's just a little aggressive. Something weird happened with her hunt. Couldn't help but overhear that you were a cryptologist.
I like to think so.
You like to think so. What does that mean?
By the way, when you call Henry crazy, you hear a little bit of snort, like a laughter from me.
Oh, I know. Fully aware.
Well, I like to think that I'm a cryptologist if I believe in the study of such creatures that wouldn't typically be accepted by modern science.
Yes. Okay.
Whoa.
So I am an antiquarian. But I love, I'm really interested in the occult. And I found this super weird thing here that might just be nature, like just normal animals, but I'm not sure. With his missing the deer, whatever. And then this, and I'll show her the drawing. It's just a bunch of dead animals piled in a bloody hole, and no tracks around.
I'm right. I know I'm right. I'm right. I'm right.
Right about what?
Bigfoot! They're here!
Bigfoot.
The deer goes missing. Trevor hears loud noises while he's out hunting. Then you find this pile of dead rodents. It's all correlation. They're here.
Would I have read anything about Bigfoot?
I mean, you know of people mentioning Bigfoot. It's like in the same way that, like, you know, you understand, like, the Loch Ness Monster. It's like, oh, that's a myth in Scotland. Like,
Here in Oregon, we call him Squatch Daddy.
Scotch Daddy.
I need you to hear this. I need you to hear this, and really, really, like, deep down in your soul, shut the fuck up.
Canon now.
Continue.
Canon now.
Continue.
So some Squatch Daddies.
Woo! That's getting highlighted.
Oh, okay. What have you? Why do you think they're out here? What makes you think they're real instead of just another myth?
Well, I've been traveling around the country for some time now, looking for different hotspots, as I like to call them. And not too long ago, I was in the woods out in Minnesota, and I heard this very loud sort of like vocalization that I can't quite describe, and it didn't match anything that I've ever heard before.
Geography. Is Minnesota on the Great Lakes?
Yes.
Okay. Where in Minnesota? When was this?
It was maybe a year ago. It's kind of just northern backwoods.
Do you know if you were near the Algonquin people?
I'm not quite sure. I'm not too up to date on my Native American tribes.
Because I heard a vocalization out there about that same time frame. I was at the Great Lakes, and I believed from their stories that it was a Wendigo. Obviously, I have no evidence. I didn't see it, or else I probably wouldn't be here. But I guess that's, you know.
I'm sure it was. If you heard something weird like that too, I bet it was a Bigfoot as well. Because, you know, like I said, I don't know much about Native American lore, but personally, in my belief, I think that maybe they draw inspiration of the Wendigo from previous sightings of Bigfoot, or Sasquatch, as they call it.
Are you familiar with this beast's lore? Because this thing has, from what I hear of Bigfoot myths, nothing in common.
I don't know much about Native American lore, but from what I understand, I don't know. I guess I like to think it's Bigfoot because I want to find a Bigfoot. That's my life goal. I think it's a Bigfoot.
I like you. We're gonna have to talk more.
Sure, yeah. I'd love to.
I imagine at this point they'd be coming back.
Yeah.
She's just kind of like standing there thinking.
Also, make me a either anthropology or history roll.
Okay. I'm gonna go with history.
Okay.
I think. Yes. Very much so. Woo! 42 out of 75.
42 out of 75. You do understand that Wendigos are kind of varied in their description depending on the different tribes around the states. You have read some small stories that describe them as like large and hairy, but you've also read some stories that describe them as like small, gaunt, sort of like weirdly deformed humanoids. So there is some perhaps belief rooted in it, like as to what she's saying, but.
So I just like stroll up with Trevor, just like, and I just look at Malum like, y'all have a good night. And
you take your leave.
I go back to the bar and I acknowledge Addie.
Sure.
And you probably walk out. I'm like mid-writing, like what I'm watching right now. Did you have a good talk?
This is honestly a great like combo. Like,
she's like, hello, and you're like, like.
Have you seen like those like Brutus and Pixie comics?
Yes. Oh. Honored to be Pixie. Oh my god.
Honored to be.
Beautiful.
Literally, I can't show you. It's on the back of my laptop. But it's a little sticker of Pixie with flowers that says literally right now on the back of this laptop.
I love
it's
that.
meant to be.
And
You're channeling that.
Just for sake of brevity, unless there's a specific conversation any of you want to have, we're going to skip forward to nighttime.
Yep.
Who all plans on going on the ski trip?
Hit me.
Adeline? Okay.
Do I know who else is going on the ski trip?
I know, if someone can convince me, otherwise I wasn't planning on going.
It depends on who's going, because at this point, like, detective brain's kind of rolling.
You have something to get your mind, something to focus on.
Yeah.
You don't specifically know at this moment who's going. They don't leave
Could
as
I find
early.
a truck?
They don't leave as early as the hunting trip, so you'd be able to see in the morning.
Okay, so I'll wait to decide.
Okay.
Until I see who's going.
Yeah. But you all make your way to your rooms, and you are overcome with sleep.
I do have to brood, or I will explode.
Yes, you spend your allocated time brooding before going to bed.
Good. I'll mark my brood.
Sleep does find you. It was not only the senses of sight and hearing that reported uncommon things to his brain. For even while the man cried and ran, he had become aware that a strange perfume, faint yet pungent, pervaded the interior of the tent. And it was at this point, it seems, brought to himself by the consciousness that his nostrils were taking this distressing odor down into his throat, that he found his courage, sprang quickly to his feet, and went out. He took a new direction, intending to make a wide sweep that must sooner or later cut into indication of the previously lost guide's trail. And before he had gone a quarter of a mile, he came across the tracks of a large animal in the snow, and beside it the light and smaller tracks of what were beyond question human feet. The relief he at once experienced was natural, though brief. But at first sight, he saw on these tracks a simple explanation of the whole matter. These big marks had surely been left by a bull moose that, wind against it, had blundered upon the camp and uttered its singular cry of warning and alarm the moment its mistake was apparent. You all awake the next morning.
Are our rooms super close together or no?
You kind of spread out a bit. Since you're in the suite, you're kind of central. On the upper levels, it's an octagonal shape. So on the upper levels, the suite is centered here, and then there's 2 guest rooms flanking it on each side before the stairs, and then it mirrored on the other side.
Okay. Gotcha.
But coming down for breakfast, everyone's meeting up. They gather their food and whatnot. I will roll the luck roll this time.
Bless you.
But you have your breakfast, and the skiing group eventually meets up. You can see it is consisted of the very attractive woman. Addie's there, and that's pretty much exclusively it. Achak is there to help guide everyone up.
Okay.
I will have been at my little spot in the corner by a window and watching, and that I can get a good view of everyone else who's staying in the common area. My little recluse corner.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm not gonna go.
Okay. That's good. They depart for skiing. And Addie, unless there's an interaction you want to have with any of people on the trip.
Who did you say was going again?
The very attractive woman, you, and Achak.
I kind of want to just a basic, get her name, say hello, chat a bit. But basic stuff. We don't need to take time on that if you don't want.
Yeah, you discover her. She introduces herself as Rose Morello. She appears very young, maybe early 20s. She seems very confident with herself, very she's top of the world sort of girl.
She seems early 20s, and the man she was with was 40s?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Was the man she's with the doctor that you were talking to?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
No,
that's
I
a
don't think
different
so.
guy.
No, because he was on his own.
Okay.
Make me a no roll. Actually, no, intelligence. Just straight intelligence. Just an intelligence roll.
Wait, I'm really smart. Yeah, 58 out of 70.
Okay. Kind of getting to her up close and stuff after seeing the man that came with her down to breakfast and dinner and lunch and all that. She has very similar facial features. It's definitely genetic. They are related in some way.
Oh, okay. Okay, so not a relationship. Okay. Okay. Just chat with her a bit. I'll probably ask how she knows what his name is.
What?
I'll probably ask how she knows him and what his name is.
She doesn't seem too akin to talking a whole lot, but you do gather that his name is Dominic, not Dominic, wrong person. Tony Morello. And he is her father.
Okay. Cool. Just be happy skiing.
Yeah. For the most part, she tries to avoid too much conversation with you.
I'll just chat with a chop.
You occasionally catch her every now and then on the trips up the mountain to ski back down. Kind of trap her.
She's ready to jump off a lift.
But you have a good time on the ski trip. You eventually come back. Henry and Amelia, is there anything you two are doing?
I would be in my corner, but I would, if Henry comes into the common area, I would acknowledge him. And he'd probably, I've got my big leather notebook that looks like has a bunch of papers and scatters and notes and stuff, and I'm writing things down.
Are you hiding what these notes are?
No, I'm just in my corner, just kind of.
You do see the other disheveled gentleman kind of off in his corner, what seems like drafting very hastily on a piece of paper.
Was this the same man missing a leg?
No, he's just
Okay.
kind of chilling off to the side.
Okay, I don't think I've met this guy. Who else is around?
Those are the only two you currently see. You do.
So Amelia and Weird Guy?
Yeah, you do know that Dr. Wentworth has just gone outside for his morning stroll.
What about Trevor and Madeline?
You don't see them around.
I'm gonna talk to the Weird Guy.
Okay.
Actually, no, what's he doing? He's just like chilling in a corner?
Yeah, he seems to be like hastily scribbling something on a piece of paper, probably in the process of drafting and brainstorming.
I feel like we're very similarly, like we're doing pretty similar things, except for I have acknowledged your presence.
Shit. I don't have stealth, so I want to sneak. I'm just gonna hang around. I'm gonna explore a little bit, and I'm gonna keep my ears open. I want to hear if anything is going on.
Okay.
I just want to like make note of like where important check marks are, that sort of thing.
Okay. You spend some time kind of wandering around. You know that on one side of the wing is where the dining area, kitchen, pantry is. Off to one side, the opposite side is a locked door, which goes to what you'd understand to be the staff quarters, where Achak and his wife retreat for the night, and where you imagine Mr. Sutton retreats as well. Anything in particular that you're...
I want to listen for chatter.
Okay, go ahead and make me a listen roll.
Sorry. I pass.
You pass.
40 out of 60.
Okay. You don't hear a whole lot of chatter. It's pretty quiet this morning. You are kind of like doing your rounds, and as you're walking past one of the other rooms, guest rooms, you do hear like sort of a metallic click, and it's being a detective. It's a sound you're very familiar with. It is some sort of weapon, firearm of some kind.
From where am I right now?
Just outside one of the doors.
And I'm still like
rooms.
downstairs, right?
Mhm.
Guest rooms.
This is upstairs.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of mill around and see who comes out the door.
Okay. You hear kind of like some thudding, and then what sounds like a case of some kind closing, something sliding along the floor. Someone kind of shuffling around the room. From the noises they make, you gather it's probably a male, but no one comes out.
Doc's outside, Weird Guy's downstairs, Trevor's nowhere to be seen, but I didn't hear a woman, so probably the legless dude.
The legless dude is downstairs in the great room.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
Okay.
Kinda
So
just,
in
like,
the great
staring
room,
out
it's
one of the
me,
windows.
the other author, the legless guy.
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was just you two. Okay. So it must be Trevor, which is strange. I'm just gonna explore. That's my day.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I kind of want to go outside and see if like there's any other like weird happenings, like how Addie described.
Okay. Make me a spot roll at extreme difficulty if you're looking for something like really weird, like what she found.
That's a 5th, right?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. No, I didn't even pass a regular spot hidden roll.
Yeah,
I got 89 out of 85.
you don't find a whole lot.
Okay. Even where the doctor went?
He stays very close to the lodge. He just kind of does a lap around.
You just walk in?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's my day.
Okay. Addie, eventually you come back from the ski trip. Amelia, I imagine you're just riding most of the day.
Yeah. Unless I can get like Henry, I probably will have watched him doing whatever it is he's doing, and since I know that he's a detective, do I get a gist of what he's he's just
Together,
very
he's
interested.
probably just casing the space, just
Yeah.
checking things out.
Yeah.
I'm not being hella, like, stealthy, I'm just low-key.
Yeah.
There is actually something I wanted to do I totally forgot about. I want to just be in the general vicinity of the guest cabin.
Okay.
Oh.
No, my notes I literally have "do not go into the guest cabin" crossed out, not.
So you kind of like spend some time kind of around the guest cabin. Getting there originally, it's not too large. It's maybe one story. All of the blinds in the windows have been drawn. Whatever light is on the inside is blocked. You see like a trail in the snow that leads to and from the lodge. Not a whole lot to see on the outside.
Come. Just wanted to see. Anyway, please continue. I go back to the lodge.
But you have your lunch. Eventually Addie comes back from the ski trip, rolls into dinner.
Where does Stuart Sutton stay? Because it would be the guest house that's for guests.
You gather he stays in the staff quarters.
Okay.
Same place that you see Achak and his wife retreat to every night. But you have dinner, unless there's any interactions that you want to have during.
How was I noticed you went on the ski trip. How was that?
Yeah, I go with her.
Skiing was good. It, was just me, Achak and Rose. But it was nice.
Achak and who?
Rose, the beautiful woman.
Okay.
She's with her dad. That grumpy man is her dad. Tony.
Sick.
How was your day, Henry? I noticed getting your bearings here at the lodge.
Uneventful. My mind doesn't like to stop, so I travel with it sometimes.
Well, you're definitely at a place that likes to stop time, so I'm sure it's a bit of an adjustment.
I saw you being pretty heavy in your research. How's that?
It's good. It's actually, interesting people at the lodge. Inspiration's nice. Yeah.
I look at Addie. Oh.
I'm enjoying it more than I thought.
Henry, can I have you make a no roll?
I will make no roll.
Make no roll.
Not for you. Not for any damn bitch. Oh hell. I may as well not have rolled.
That bad?
I got a 78, and that's very above my pay grade.
Okay.
I know nothing.
Yeah.
No. You know no.
I know no.
No.
Well, dinner goes by.
Any interesting gossip at dinner?
Yeah, does anyone talk to each other besides like us?
Yeah.
Besides like the.
Are we like in our own little
Because
table? in the
everyone
corner?
is very like.
Everyone's kind of
and I would-
withdrawn. There's like a little bit of small talk between Rose and her dad.
I want to hear
Okay, make me a
if there's anything.
yeah,
more.
make me a listen.
Oh shit. 37. Yeah, I pass.
You don't pick up anything too juicy. It seems like the dad is kind of just like very awkwardly like asking her about how the ski trip was.
Dad's stuff.
Mhm.
She's just like, there was a crazy lady.
I low key ask Addie, did you see any Bigfoot?
Just kidding.
And I give just like a small
I'm not
smile.
Convinced yet. I'm not convinced yet, but I like it. I like Madeline.
But after dinner, warm brandy by the fire is provided should you wish to partake.
Yeah.
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 More cigars.
More cigars.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You enjoy yourselves. And
Hell yeah, we do.
yeah. Unless there's any interactions that want to happen, this is going to be where we take our break.
Yeah, I
Woo,
am
woo.
the hunger.
We will be back in a few minutes. And we're back. So, you all wake up the next morning, kind of being woken up occasionally during the night by howling winds and the patter of like ice being like kicked up against the building. As you awake, you find yourself in the aftermath of a very heavy blizzard that has just dumped at least a foot or two of snow on the ground around the lodge. It is going to be, from what you gather, a bit of an extended stay. Having driven up the roads, it is probably near impossible to drive back down safely now.
Wonderful.
Spoopy.
I'm gonna cry.
I'll probably be watching the main room, like at one of the windows, watching the snow.
If we might quickly have a moment of silence for all of the rice and food I just dropped onto my carpet.
Oh no!
Oh
Oh no!
So I'm here. I'm listening. I will interact if need be. One moment.
As I disappear.
Oh
into
no!
the- Oh god, I'm
This
so
is
luck,
like a
Bond.
day for food and
Yeah, F in the chat.
yeah, that
everyone.
gasp was me nearly tea.
Oh, F. So I'll be watching the blizzard.
Yeah, but you all wake up and come downstairs for breakfast. One of you make me a luck roll.
I can.
Yeah, you do this time.
Oh, okay. You can. My
Well-
hello vacuum.
Unless you want to, Henry.
I
I mean,
think,
my luck is 75.
Yeah,
he has
yours
the
is
highest.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's 60, his is highest.
Son of... Oh, wait, no, it's a 6. My bad. Okay, yeah, we're good. 60 out of 75.
Okay. You do see the woman come in, get her plate, turn, leave.
The same woman we...
Can I intercept?
You step in front of her and she kind of like pauses with her plate and like looks up at you.
Launch!
Can I help you?
Hi, yeah, I'm Addie. I noticed you haven't. Are you all right?
Yeah, just been busy. And she like walks around you and heads out.
Just sit back down.
Rejected!
Mood.
You come back to the table, I'm gonna be like, it's a good effort.
I 100% am also eating with you guys, by the way.
Okay.
I figured we've kind of had the so-spoken, like, these are the people I can at least kind of, like, talk to.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't suppose you got a name this time.
No. Is a chalker?
Achak is around. He's kind of helping his wife bus dishes and such. Mr. Sutton's kind of off in the corner, just lording over everyone.
Sorry. I'm gonna like pick up a few plates to bus, like and move up like to Achak as I do that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Do you happen to know who that woman is?
Can't say I know much. I know she works for Mr. Sutton.
How long's she been here?
Quite a while. Maybe a couple months, 2. I don't know. Longer than any of you have, that's for sure.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll like put away whatever plate she had and back down.
Yeah. But breakfast is finished.
Me and Amelia have a talk, and it is very pleasant, and we enjoy both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually talking to people on this trip, and I was not expecting that. And yeah. And I'm very intrigued with the fact that you're a detective.
Oh yeah, and I'm also very intrigued with the fact that you totally killed your husband.
I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. If you ask me about my Tony, I'll probably talk to you about it. It's probably like, you kind of see I get a little excited, but also like a little kind of sad when I talk about him.
Yeah, the widow thing. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but I haven't talked to many people since he passed away, so I'm actually
Okay, then we're gonna do this while I vacuum my floor. So, not to get a little personal here, but we might be staying here a while, and you told me this place has a way of kind of making you forget. Why don't you tell me about this Tony of yours?
Well, he loved coming out here. At least he always tried to come out here once a year. You know, he loved his hunting. He loved his big game. He was like a big bear in a sense. Very, very kind, but had that scruffy demeanor that you wouldn't think he was a softie if you saw him. Oh, he'd hate if I was telling you this. So it's someone I barely know. Oh, he was probably rolling right now. Anyway. Yeah, no, we were together for... So it was... Yeah, no, he was very, very supportive. Not like a lot of men I know.
If you don't mind me asking, how'd he pass?
My internet's cutting out.
If you don't mind me asking, how'd he pass?
Repeat once more, sorry. Yeah, my internet's good.
How did he pass? How did he die?
How'd he die? Bitch, how'd he die? Like I said, automobile accident. It was, very sudden, not...
I touched my scar a little bit, absent-mindedly. I'm familiar with those.
It... You always have those what-ifs. I guess another reason I wanted to come here, because... There's a lot of regrets I have.
Do we have water or something?
I wish I had something stronger.
Yeah, it's...
Because, like, clink.
Mm-hmm.
A clink.
And Abby's just kind of sitting there, like, kind of awkward. Like,
I'm sorry, for some reason I thought you were elsewhere.
I think we were having this conversation when you were away talking to Chaka.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought was happening.
Okay. I mean, her conversation with the child
It was pretty short,
very
so she like
pretty
just
short.
came back and
Yeah.
just like sat down.
Yeah.
Okay.
like I
Just
said,
kinda-
like she, yeah.
But then I like put like my food and like my drink down. I just. What about you, Addie? Any deep dark trauma you're holding back?
Apparently it's sharing time.
Well, I wouldn't particularly say deep dark trauma, but my grandfather, who I loved, was very close to. He's the reason that I'm doing what I'm doing. He passed, and she'll pull out her necklace, and it's like a big man's ring on a necklace.
I kind of touched mine.
Yeah, I loved him a lot, and it wasn't, particularly tragic. Just he got old. Tragic for me. I loved him, but he had a good life.
I think we'll get along just fine here. While we're stuck here, anyway.
I wasn't expecting to find anyone to particularly talk to, let alone talk about. Well, the
I don't
reason
talk
I'm
too much
here.
either.
Maybe it's the solitude, maybe it's the fact that I think, honestly, and I kind of lean in, two are probably the most personable people I've witnessed here.
Folks here are a little chilly. A little chilly.
I kind of roll my eyes when you.
It's like subtle, like
Yep.
I'm a snack.
Yeah.
Any plans for the day?
If we're.
Y'all want to play some Yahtzee?
Yeah, Chuck's kind of like trying to clear the area around the immediate lodge so people can still access like the outhouse and shower and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, if nothing comes up, she's probably gonna just explore again. Maybe times
Is gonna what?
explore again if nothing else comes up.
Okay.
Like maybe north since no one's hunting.
I'm actually okay. I was gonna do this earlier, but I forget. Is there like a bookshelf anywhere, or like like in the main room, or any like place where they have like, hey, we have this stuff if you want to read, relax.
Yeah, there's a small collection of various like fiction and
Okay, I was gonna
entertaining
see if any of my
novels and
books were
stuff.
there, just out of curiosity.
Addie would have also probably just looked through there to see
To see if what?
anything special. Exciting.
Okay.
I want to see if Madeline's around.
Okay. Kind of poring over the bookshelf, you do see scrolled on one of the spines is a book by Amelia Farwell.
It would be under my pen name though.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But I do find one of my books.
What is? Let's see. I have it
I
saved
think
here.
it's like Arthur. I forgot Arthur Fay.
I have it saved.
I forgot to put it on my character sheet.
Kitty.
Yeti, no.
She's got a claw
Arthur
stuck in
Fay.
my pants.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Addie, you find a mystery novella about very, very Agatha Christie in style, and it's written by one Arthur Fay.
Okay. Any other like history or?
No, nothing really. It's more just kind of like books for entertainment, not really for learning.
Okay. Then yeah. Because I wouldn't know her pen name. So.
Nope.
Henry?
Before we part ways, I was gonna ask if you two have any plans since we're snowed in.
Oh, is it still blizzarding? I forgot about.
It is not currently.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There's still a lot of snow.
How deep is the snow?
About 1.5 feet.
Do I have?
Wow.
Does the lodge have snowshoes?
They do have snowshoes, yeah.
Okay. I'm probably gonna go explore again, different direction.
Okay.
Let's take a little walk.
Yeah.
Answering her question. She just had.
It's
Sorry, you asked me the question too, right?
Yeah.
Just that I want to find out more about this Bigfoot.
Honestly, do you mind if I stick around? That's honestly probably the most interesting thing I've heard.
Please. Seems like we got a little mystery going around here, and what better to pass the time?
It's my
I
kind
do
of.
want to talk with Madeline more, but I want to go outside first. Tell me what you find. I'm gonna explore again, but take good
Be
notes.
careful,
I always do.
especially after what you found.
So you look around for Madeline. You don't see her anywhere.
Trevor?
Nope.
Seems they're eluding us. Where?
If they're super snowed in, they're probably in their rooms.
Fair. Did we see them at breakfast? Question.
No. You did not see
Oh.
them at dinner last night either.
Oh. When was the last time you saw Madeline, Henry?
Dinner the night before.
Yeah.
Not since we talked to him at dinner a couple nights ago. Should we check on him?
I'm gone at this point, right?
Yeah.
Well, lead the way. Yeah.
Is there like we need to find out which room is theirs?
At this point, since you've been here a couple days, you kind of know who would have been
Okay.
in what rooms.
Then I think so. You're both with me, right?
Addie is out. Amelia's
Okay,
with you.
Addie's out. It's just me and
Yeah, I said like talk to her, take good notes. Popped off,
Okay,
grab some
gotcha.
snowshoes.
All right, so it's me and Amelia. So I just I imagine I take point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so go up to their room. Yeah. No response.
Trevor, Madeline.
No response.
No response.
Maybe should I go see if Achaka knows what they've been up to?
Yeah, let's go see what he knows. You take lead this time.
All right. I'm gonna go down and try and find Achaka.
Achak's not too hard to find. He's kind of just outside in the process, clearing snow around the lodge's general area.
Mr. Achaka. Oh, continue.
While this is happening, I just want to like keep an eye out for anything interesting I might want to nab, like a key or like a ledger of some kind. Yeah.
Well, there is the reception desk in the foyer, and it's got like the old school like set of hooks with keys on it.
Yes,
Oh.
actually, I want to see. Do I take a key?
There is also like
I'll decide while you're talking.
there is also a ledger as well.
I want to. Okay, so while she's talking to him, I want to look at the ledger and see if through like process of elimination, I can't find out the name of that lady who keeps getting food and leaving.
Okay. You find
While she's talking to a chalk.
Yeah. You find no mention of this woman. You account for everyone. Dr. Wentworth, one Arthur, who you assume is maybe the writer. There is Rose, of course, Tony, and you also do note that Trevor and Madeline were checked out the previous morning.
Was that? I'm not there.
You're not there.
I would probably
Is
go with you and wait till talk to Chaka. Is he outside? You said
Okay.
clearing out snow or?
You do also see a name for Mark. You presume is probably the one-legged man.
The what?
The one-legged man.
One more time. So sorry. I can hear you, but I
Yeah.
don't understand.
I was just
Mark.
saying the name Mark you presume to be for the one-legged man.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Did you say the writer's name was?
Arthur.
Arthur.
Is it? I guess I'll ask her. Ask Amelia. Is it strange they would have checked out and said nothing? They seem like personable people.
Probably the most personal in here that I've noticed. So, I mean, maybe, but then again,
And now the key.
Oh, you know.
Okay, you take the key to the room.
This is so. This is a detective thing.
Don't worry about it. Let's talk to Chuck. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Achaka.
Yeah, he kind of stopped shoving me.
I noticed I haven't seen that lovely young couple that was here. I believe Trevor and Madeline.
Sure.
I haven't seen them. Are they around? Are they okay? I hope they didn't
Mr.
catch
Sutton.
anything. Or...
Mr. Sutton told me they checked out.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
When?
they just the other morning. They didn't drive up here on their own. When they first arrived, caught a ride from the nearby town. I presume they had someone come pick them up.
Well, it's good they missed the blizzard last night then.
Yeah, no kidding. Right? There's no way you're getting down the mountain in this.
How long do you think it will be till the roads are safe?
Hard to tell. My best guess is a week.
A week? Well, it's a
Maybe
good thing I didn't have.
maybe more if we're lucky and the weather turns, but
We're here for a bit.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I didn't have a set date then. If you need anything, let me know.
sure. I'm plenty happy just doing my work out here.
I go back inside. If Henry wasn't with me, I'll tell him what he just told me.
I was with you.
Okay.
Addie, you are exploring to the north, you said?
Yee.
Okay.
Yes.
Going to the north, you're immediately met by a very, very steep incline up the mountain. You can see like a small trail that you gather they went up for the hunting trek they took.
I'll head that way.
Okay. Make your way out in that direction.
Looking for things.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a spot roll.
Yeah. 43 out of 75.
Okay. You don't see a whole lot. There's very beautiful with this new set of snowfall that's come, kind of like blanketing the
Oh, that's right.
trees
There's so much snow.
and the trail and stuff. So it makes travel a little bit harder. You do have your snowshoes, so it's not as difficult as it would be. But you find, signs of different animals that move through the area. And what did you say your roll was?
43 out of 75.
Okay. You do also come across, after walking for maybe an hour or two, some sort of canine tracks that lead across the trail. Kind of large, maybe about that big.
I'm not. Can I tell if they're old or new? I mean, they must be relatively new, but
It's hard to tell. Sometime after the blizzard hit.
okay. I think I'm probably gonna turn around.
Okay.
Back.
So yeah, the blizzard hit at night, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's still in the morning, so...
So you make your way back. Henry, Amelia.
You have the key. I'm gonna follow your lead after we talk to.
I'm gonna go up to the room and I'm gonna open it.
Okay, you go up, you unlock the door.
Make sure nobody's around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help you scope out the area, kind of.
You see...
I tell you, Amelia, just like, something's not right.
I just kind of silently nod.
Okay.
Follow your lead, detective.
You kind of just... go ahead and make me a stealth roll to see how inconspicuous you are.
Does he get it an advantage since I'm helping kind of keep an eye out, or?
Yeah, I'll give you a bonus die for it.
Don't fuck me, Gil. Oh wait, I get a bit. Oh, wait, this might be good. This might be good. It'll be fine. Where's my D10?
Yeah? You're welcome?
19 out of 20.
Hey!
Oh my god! You're welcome!
Just keep it real cool and conspicuous. No one seems to notice. And you just open up the door, slip inside. It's a very pristine room. Bed's made. You don't find any belongings.
No belongings at all?
No.
Any markings? Anything left behind that was intentional?
Make a spot check.
Letters? Huh?
Make a spot check. Spot hidden.
I'm looking around too.
With the bonus die. Oh. Since she's looking.
Oh my god, how am I losing all my D10s out of nowhere? Now that I need them. Okay. Spot hidden?
Yep.
62 out of 85.
Okay. You case the room and pretty much go through everything. You don't find anything that seems like intentionally left or anything along those lines.
Maybe they did really just have the stroke of luck and leave. Absurd. Not saying that there's something weird going on, but maybe.
Maybe I'm just going crazy.
You're a detective. It's in your nature. Not to go crazy, but to be speculative. I said the right word, okay, in character?
I believe you.
I'm an educated woman,
Educated.
okay? Yeah, so...
Oh, detect.
I appreciate it. Let's get back before anyone notices we're missing, yeah?
Right.
So you step back out, lock the door behind you. Do you return the key or do you just hold on to it?
Yeah, I return the key.
Okay, you go and you hang the key back up. And you kind of start to make your way back towards the great room, and like as you're pushing on the doors to the foyer into the great room, you see a Chalk like walk back in, and he just kind of nods to you and goes and puts the shovel away and makes his way inside, seemingly not have noticed anything you were up to.
Damn Skippy.
A few hours go past before Addie returns. Lunch rolls around, nothing too intense, just like some sandwiches and a little bit of fruit.
When Addie gets back, I'm gonna ask her, did you find anything?
I mean, I didn't really expect to find a ton, but I kind of was. But I did come across what I assume is a wolf track, so I turned around.
The Chalk did mention
Blood?
wolves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you're back.
Me too. How'd it go with Madeline?
It didn't, unfortunately.
I guess she and... did you say his name was Trevor? Trevor checked
Trevor.
out...
Trevor.
The other morning before the blizzard hit, so...
Did I notice if anyone else checked out on the ledger?
What's that?
Did I know when I looked at the ledger, did I notice if anyone else checked out?
No.
She was so interested in Bigfoot, though.
Oh,
Why would she leave?
I don't know if they had it was planned. Achakas did say that they didn't drive up here on their own, that they got a ride from in town, so maybe they had something planned. And, but
She was so passionate, though.
Don't know.
Also, the woman who comes in to get food and leave is unlisted here.
I mean, that's a guest ledger. The chalk did say she works for Sutton. Imagine Sutton's name wasn't in there either.
She works for Sutton.
Yes.
That's what a chalk said, yeah. Penny said 2 months? No? Yes?
He wasn't exactly sure. He said
Oh, okay.
at least 2 months.
At least, okay. So, I mean, A, she's probably not listed. B, did you go back 2 months in the ledger?
Did what?
Did you
Did
go
you
back, 2
2
months?
months?
No.
Yeah, so it makes sense you didn't see her name.
It didn't go that far back.
Yeah, it makes sense you didn't see her name.
Wonderful.
Well, according to Chaka, if the weather holds out, the earliest we probably will be able to get out of here is a week, maybe. So,
Oh boy.
so if I believe our vacations are extended.
Wonderful.
You all finish lunch? I imagine just kind of lounge around for a while.
Is
Yeah.
there a phone?
No.
I'm gonna check out the is that artifact not a relic that she came to see still around, like displayed?
Yeah.
Yes, it is still on display.
I'm gonna go look at it.
Okay. You see similar thing as I've described to both of them. Wooden mask, crudely painted white with red, kind of bears a resemblance of a rabbit or a bunny of some kind.
Oh, is there any like engraving, monogram at all?
Make me a spot roll.
Some like explanation like behind its origins.
There's nothing immediately apparent, like a plaque or anything.
Okay. What does 0 on the percentile mean again?
It's like tens, like basically like whatever you got on
Okay,
your
so
10,
that is.
it'd be like a
So if the tens die
if
is
I got
0,
a 3 on
0.
my 10.
So if
I
it's
got a
0,
3
0,
on my 10.
3, then that's a 3.
Okay, so I very much succeeded.
Okay.
there you go.
You don't necessarily spot any like strange engravings on it or anything. You do gather it's fairly old, but
Okay.
there's not too much to be seen outside of what's displayed.
Okay. Cool.
I think the only person who knows its origins is Addie.
But you all
At
hang
least
out.
what the chalk told me.
Yeah.
You all hang out
Yeah.
for a little while.
I'm actually, for once, not in my corner writing. I probably just hang out with you guys.
Okay.
Actually,
I'm kind of more activated than you've probably seen me. Like the gears are turning. Kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Actually, Henry, go ahead and make me another spot roll.
and honestly, I think you
With a
see,
bonus
I'm kind of I'm gravitated towards that. Like my writer's brain is like, this is some good. I can feed off of this shit.
I got two 3s and a 0, so I got 3 again.
Nice.
Nice, damn.
These rolls
Damn.
have been like
Impressive.
I feel like shit's gonna hit the fan as soon as things get serious. We're gonna
we're
start
using
rolling
all
shit.
of our luck.
All of it's gonna be gone.
You kind of look outside and you see Dr. Wentworth on his normal stroll out through the windows. And you see as he rounds one corner of the cabin, you see him kind of like, almost look like he jumps in shock. And then you see him like kind of move back a little as he clutches at his chest before like hitting the wall, and like you can see him like really gripping at his chest like he's in pain and like slowly sliding down to the floor. As a detective,
Oh shit!
Yeah, this is...
Go! Go!
As a
We just
detective,
watch him
you immediately recognize it
look out.
as a heart attack.
Yeah, no shit! Medic! Get a medic! Someone who has medicine, hurry, outside, just follow me, just go. So I run, I fucking go. Do I know what to do in like this case of like a heart attack, really? Like, have I seen, like, would I know what like protocol is?
Do you have any points in medicine or first aid?
No, I don't.
If he's calling for medic, I'm gonna be calling for a Chaka, trying to get a Chaka.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
But I'd probably know like enough not to move the body.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna I go up to him and he's like, is he on the ground now?
Yes.
Is he like up against anything or is he just like collapsed?
He like collapsed up against the wall. A chalk comes running out and runs over to him as well.
I give him some space and I like squat down and just like keep an eye on him.
A chalk bends right next to him. And he says, someone go check his room. Take one of the keys. I'm sure he has some sort of heart medicine.
I bolt it.
And then a chalk is going to go ahead and make a first aid check.
And I go, and because I was already looking at the keys, would I kind of like know where to look for? Yeah, so I grab it and I go to the room.
So you bolt up to his room and you
Yes.
throw the door open. You see along the shelf is a set like number of different pill bottles.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
Grab them all.
Yeah, grab them all. I take them all. And I go back down.
Yeah, you immediately, like, as you go up to them, you recognize one of them as nitroglycerin. Built, for...
Perfect. Yeah. Yes. Cool. Grab.
You grab it and you sprint back down.
Come on.
You sprint back down as fast as you can, kind of careening out the side, almost slipping on the ice, and as you start to pop the tab over and run, you see a chalk slowly standing up. Dr. Wentworth, dead. He rolled a fumble on his first aid.
No! God damn it, Chaka!
I'm probably
No
just
one was
standing
around
there.
to like give him an extra die.
No one was proficient in first aid.
I'm just standing with Addie, just like after you were screaming medic, and I was like, Chaka, help! I'm just like probably just standing, watching wherever we're at.
Seeing this anyway, I brush past the chalk very quick. Like,
Okay.
I almost like knock him over probably, and I bend down and I like put my hands like searching for like a heartbeat.
You check
Even
for
though-
pulse. You feel nothing.
I actually probably go a little bit crazy. Like, not in that I lose sanity, but in that, I'm just like, Doc, shake him.
Yeah.
Even though I know what happened.
Can I actually have all of you make me sanity checks, please, though?
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So this is still just the same, like rolling.
Yes. You want to roll
Yeah.
lower than your sanity. Sanity you can't spend luck points on.
Oh, thank God, 43 out of 50. Fuck.
What are we rolling under? Our power?
Sanity.
Sanity.
Which should be equal to your power at the start of this.
Oh, got you. Yes. I got a 61 out of 65.
Okay, so none of you lose any sanity from this.
51 out of 60.
None of you lose any sanity from this. But it is jarring nonetheless, and Henry is kneeling right there next to him, trying to shake him awake. Chalk just kind of like takes a step back, just like taking it all in.
Good Lord.
Having shaken him enough, I understand. I just stop and I bow my head.
I kind of like grab Addie's kind of like shoulder arm.
She's just sitting there, kind of like, she looks kind of spaced out, like head down.
Yeah, I'm like, I kind of like, as like both a support for myself and just like to touch someone, you know.
Chalk is also just kind of standing there, where he kind of collects himself a bit. Right. I don't even know what to do in this situation. I guess we can bring him back to his room. We don't have a morgue or anything like that here.
I'll take him.
I'm sure his family, if he has any, wants his remains.
This is morbid.
Are we inside?
But-
Are Addie and I inside? Where you guys are
Oh,
watching?
no, I went out.
You went out?
I thought
Okay.
you did too when you grabbed
Okay,
the
I
phone.
will have followed you. I didn't know if we had left.
This is morbid, but if we can't get out of here for a week,
The body's
the
gonna
body's
rot.
decomposed.
Right.
We can't put him in his room. We can't. If the snow doesn't melt for a week.
I can maybe go try to dig a shallow grave. Maybe the cold will keep his body preserved. Till
Is
we can
Mr.
get out
Sutton
here.
around? Is Mr. Sutton around? We should probably.
Um,
He might know the best course of action. This is his property.
I'll
correct?
go see if I can find him.
I'm not trying to do this to loot him, but I do want to see like what he has on him. Like if
Just
he
say
has,
it how
like...
it is, okay?
Well, I'm not trying to like loot him. I just want to see if he has like any information about like any relatives, like any cards or anything, or like a wallet, that sort of thing on him.
Okay. You kind of go through his pockets, and he has like one of those, like in the pocket, like chain watches, and like flipping it open. You know, one side is the actual clock itself, and on the other side, you do see a very small portrait of someone, female, maybe in like early teens of some sort.
Probably like a granddaughter.
He wasn't that
Perhaps. Yeah, he was late 40s, early 50s.
Oh, late 40s. My bad. Okay, yeah, so probably like a daughter. What does she look like?
She doesn't actually resemble him too much. Not very similar, like facial structure or anything like that. She has this very finely braided hair, kind of pulled back. You know, the photo's in black and white, so it's hard to tell like colors. But she has a very, very slim figure. Seems, like I said, not entirely like she's directly related to him. Perhaps maybe a cousin, maybe.
Okay.
Young picture of his wife, maybe? If he was married. I don't know if he has a wedding ring.
Does he have a wedding ring?
He does not have a wedding ring.
A niece.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay.
Question. Did Henry, was he the only one that actually saw? He actually is the only one that saw what happened. Like him
Yes.
kind of like.
I think I
Okay.
was.
Yeah.
I go where I saw...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that I go where I saw Chuck get a shovel, and I'm gonna get it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go over and say he did tell me he had a heart attack. He was up here to try and be healthier.
That worked out.
She's just gonna kind of like be taken aback by that. Like, I don't
Sorry,
know how to respond.
I apologize. That was dishonorable of me.
It's a sudden thing.
Very.
It's unfortunate. He looked like he took a walk out here every morning. He was trying.
Artie's
Sad.
gonna go to her room.
Okay. Ashok eventually comes back and says, I was able to speak with Mr. Sutton. He also thinks that perhaps burying him for now is the best call, and once the weather clears up, perhaps retrieving him and getting his remains back to anyone he close to.
Digging's gonna be a bitch with the frozen.
Yeah.
I find it really strange. I know he had a history of heart attack, but he's been walking around fine without issue for the last couple of days.
What other medicine did he have in that cabinet that I saw?
It was mostly like heart medicine, painkillers,
Okay.
things of that nature,
Sometimes our body betrays us.
I guess.
We can try our best, but sometimes
I know he was sent up here because of like stress-related reasons. Maybe he got stressed out about being up here for so long without like contact to a doctor, another doctor of some kind, or like some sort of hospital.
some people solitude isn't a good thing.
I suppose so.
Right. Henry, do you need help with anything?
No. No. Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to kind of touch you lightly on the shoulder and go back and I know Addie went to her room, so I'm just going to probably grab just a random book from the shelf and try and bury myself in that.
Okay. So you do. A couple of the guests had kind of like Rose and Arthur and them have kind of like stuck their heads out to see what was going on.
If they inquire, I will tell that
Arthur
that he
just kind of like sees the body and just kind of like tucks his head back into his room. But you finish digging a shallow enough grave for him for now. Do what you can to bury him in some sort of way.
I do. How does it? I imagine it takes some time to accomplish this.
Yes, it's going to take you like into dinner.
Okay. Then I'm silent. I go wash up. Where does Achak go?
Achak, once he's done helping you, he heads back to the staff quarters, probably to wash up as well.
I still have his key on me.
Right.
No, I'm not telling him.
Oh, okay.
No.
just say I still
Got
got
it.
it if he's not gonna ask.
Achak doesn't seem to remember.
While Achak is washing up, I'm going in the doc's room.
Okay, you do.
Anything out of the ordinary?
Do I see him go upstairs?
Music
still
change.
The music changed.
Yeah.
Cause I'm in the common room reading.
Yeah,
now.
you probably see him go upstairs. So you make your way up to his room and go inside. It's kind of a little messy. Room's a little scattered. He wasn't exactly the tidiest person. You see different like scrawlings of like perhaps like old patient records or something. Like looking around at his different documentations and stuff.
What was he a doctor of?
You gather that he is a physician.
Physician. Okay.
You also find
inside-
like You also find like a note, probably from one of his other doctors, that tells him, to engage in light activity. Don't push anything too hard. Avoid large amounts of sodium, and also avoid anything of high mental stress or anything like surprising.
I'm specifically looking for just like in my head. I still can't shake the feeling that something is just weird.
Mm-hmm.
So like out of like the obvious things that I expect to see, like medicine, notes, case files, what else is in this room?
Make me a spot roll.
Come on, detective.
Yeah, my spot is like 85. And I got an 83.
Ooh.
No, my God.
You find kind of like hidden underneath the bed, like a secret stash of brandy. You also find like tucked away in his dresser, like his cigar box. Outside of that, nothing that stands out to you.
Rest in peace, Doc. And I leave the room and I lock the door.
Okay. Dinner comes.
And I put the keys back before going yesterday.
Okay. Dinner comes. One of you go ahead and make me a luck roll, please.
Want me to do it this time, or?
Oh, if you want, I still can. I think I still have the. I think I have
It's
the
your
highest.
highest. Honestly, it's probably the best.
Okay. Or am I able? Like, do I make it in time to be eligible for this luck roll?
Yes.
$52 out of 75.
Dinner is fairly quiet. Everyone's just kind of mulling over what happened. Even Mr. Sutton, kind of in the corner, keeps to himself for the most part.
I 100% come into the room with something strong, by the by.
Yes.
Glass of wine in my hand with dinner.
You do see the woman come in, grab her plate, turn around, leave. But dinner's fairly uneventful. Not a whole lot of people talk. Achak, kind of once dinner is done cleaning up, invites all of the remaining gentlemen to join him in the sort of outside sauna area. He ran like some hot water to fill up the tub for just some relaxing time, clear the head.
Some bro time.
You know I gotta go to that.
Yeah. I'm going to
Boys
ask.
Club.
I'm going to ask when we were at dinner and stuff. I'm gonna ask, or afterwards or something. Ask Miss Addie, how are you doing?
Shaken.
I
I
we
only
all are.
spoke with him once, but he seemed like a good man. He was trying.
That's, I think, the most tragic
And
part.
the fact that we're trapped here isn't.
You cut out for most of that.
The fact that we're trapped here. wasn't-
Again, same
Same
place.
exact
I'm
place.
sorry.
It sucked.
The fact that we're trapped here.
and can't contact anyone for him. Just really bothers me.
You're not alone with that.
I think I'm gonna take a minute, and she's gonna just walk outside. She's not gonna go far. Kind of like a little. Just
Am
gonna
I
chill
still
outside
here
for a bit.
this?
Okay.
We
Am I
probably,
still here?
I think this was after Boys Club.
or
Oh, okay.
maybe we could do this like when everyone like after dinner, like right before you leave boys club, kind of
Yeah, I'm sure.
like quiet dinner, and before we all like retire to whatever we're doing, I'm asking how she's doing.
Okay. Then she leaves, and I'm look at my glass.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Jesus, Jace. Anyway, I get up, look into my glass, and I nod to you, Amelia. I'm gonna get some answers. And I go.
I raise my wine glass to you.
So you make
And
your
get up
way
and move towards the common area.
outside to the sauna. It's you, Wachak, the one-legged man, who you recently discovered his name is Mark. And
That's adorable!
Arthur makes a surprise appearance.
Oh.
Arthur was the writer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
He's
seems
more
kind of
recluse than I
awkward.
am.
He's like pulled as far away on the other side of the sauna as he can. And Achak lights up a pipe, offers to light up any cigars or cigarettes anyone has.
Pass it along.
So me, Mark, Arthur, and Achak.
Yes,
Who else? Is that all?
that's it.
I'm just, actually, is it safe to say that I most definitely actually brought some more booze in here?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. Too much has happened to be sober.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I just sit back and listen.
It's mostly small talk. Mark kind of asks Achak about it's kind of like where he grew up and stuff. Really just like kind of just trying to avoid any morbid topics. Arthur stays pretty quiet for most of it, just kind of listening as well. At one point, Mark does turn to you. Is Henry, is it?
Sometimes.
Pardon me if I push a little too far here, but you got the face of a man who's seen a lot.
What makes you say that?
You can just tell. Some people, once they've experienced things, it changes them.
I look down to his leg.
Yep.
I'm just like, I'll drink to that.
You serve? Military?
What?
You serve? Military?
Oh, I thought you asked if I surfed.
No. You surf, bruh?
Yo, you surf, bro?
I'm
Surprise, he lost
feeling...
his leg from a shark.
Yeah. A shark attack. Anyway, I feel like I'm drunk enough to actually give some tragic backstory here. So, because, like, I'm at least 5 or 6 glasses in. I'm not doing hot.
And then if you're in a sauna, that's gonna increase. You're gonna get
It's
drunk
true.
faster, man.
Thank God. No, I didn't serve. My father did, though.
See.
Marine. Lost his life in a car crash, and I lost his life in a car crash when I was about 4. Got this as a reward.
Sorry to hear it. I was airborne.
Airborne, huh?
Yep. Told us it was the war to end all wars. Didn't get much out of it
Did it?
except shed a few pounds. Kind of like shifts his leg a bit.
I bet you have some interesting stories.
Plenty of grim ones. Don't know if they're interesting though.
Join the club. What's your name?
Mark.
Mark. Hopefully this week will go by quicker than I thought it would.
Yeah, hopefully.
I have a precinct full of detectives who would love to hear this.
Yeah. Well. Bet some of the buddies I have back at home would also get a kick.
It's funner to look back than it is to live in it.
Damn straight. Hey, takes a drink.
Yeah, I join. Who'd have thought I'd be buds with a frickin' legless Mark?
Legless Mark.
You spend
Interesting talk though.
You spend a few more, a couple more minutes talking. Arthur pretty much quiet the whole time, just kind of taking everything in. Mid-conversation, you are interrupted with this heavy thud against the side of the lodge, not but 5 feet from where you are. There's like a heavy just impact that as you look over, you can see this sort of like coagulated blood kind of splattered against the side of the lodge itself, and you see slamming down onto the ground is a mutilated, bloody, partially decayed deer corpse. One that
there it is.
You shot.
I don't care if I'm in a sauna. I fucking bolt up like shit.
Yeah, everyone in the whole space just like stands up immediately and recoils from it. I need you to make me a sanity check.
It lands in the sauna?
Nope.
Like,
it hits
no,
the
it's
wall
inside-
and next
side of the cabin.
Are they inside a building?
The sauna is outside, nested like right on the side of the lodge.
Okay.
The deer carcass slams into the wall next to the sauna and then slides down.
Do I hear this because I'm outside?
Are you outside? I'm in the
I
common
said I walked out. I didn't go far. I stayed close.
What direction
I
did
just
you
wanted
go?
to sit, get air. Probably just out the main door.
Okay.
I don't know where the sauna is in relation to that. I imagine it.
Yeah, it's on like the opposite side.
Okay.
I failed my sanity check.
Okay.
What is? I didn't mark this. How many points of sanity can I lose?
You can lose up to a fifth of whatever your total value is.
So I can lose 11 points of sanity before I'm crazy.
Yes.
Okay.
You also lose 2 points of sanity for seeing this event. And you are just taken aback in total shock.
Yeah.
And a shock is just like standing there, and he looks around. Inside, let's go inside.
No, I go.
Yeah, he
Alright.
books it
Grab all the way
inside.
in. Go.
And everyone in the sauna makes the way inside.
That's a lie. I don't do that.
What do you do?
What you doing, friend?
Our clothes are out here, right?
For the most part.
For the most part. Okay, well,
Like
enough to
shirts and stuff. Like your
That's
heavy
fine.
jackets.
Yeah, I put on what I can real quick, like as fast as I can while they bolt past me.
Mhm.
I want to investigate it.
The corpse?
Yeah.
You very hesitantly
Oh my God.
tiptoe over to the corpse. And it is just pungent. It is 3 days of decay. It is mutilated. The blood's coagulated. It was thrown with enough force to make the coagulated blood splatter along the side of the lodge.
Oh.
And you can
Also,
also
it was thrown.
It had to have been hit with some sort of force in order to put that much gore on the side of the lodge.
Is any part of it like broken? Like if something were to hit it, it would have, with that amount of force, it would have like shattered the deer.
Oh, one of the legs is missing. The chest is torn completely and entirely open. The neck is mangled and twisted. And there are large gash marks along the hindquarters.
And I look back into the darkness. Do I see anything?
Make me a spot check at our difficult with penalty. Sorry.
Oh my
What's
god.
that mean? With penalty?
So it's just the opposite of bonus. So you roll and take the higher.
Honestly, the lack of music is more terrifying than...
No shit.
Yeah.
I make it. I got a 54.
You don't see anything directly in your view. You do notice a couple like branches in the tree line are broken from the direction that the deer came. And you're hit with this very sort of pungent yet kind of sweet odor. And you get really uncomfortable.
Sweet.
Yes. And you just...
Pungent and sweet.
Yep.
Like I'm attracted to it?
Not necessarily. It's just... It's pleasant and revolting at the same time. And you are just like overcome with just this feeling of just like anxiety, and you are very uncomfortable right now. You feel like something is watching you.
I'm inside. the whole time I'm like going back and like keeping an eye on like the tree line.
You make your way back inside. Nothing happens.
I lock the fucking door.
You slam the door and close the lock.
So I was in the common room this entire time.
You heard a heavy
Outside.
thud.
I dropped my book.
Me still trying to put on my pants. I'm also running to every other fucking entrance, and I lock it.
You do.
Is there anyone else in the common room with me when this happens?
Rose is kind of like well into her fourth drink.
She's like oblivious. Rome.
Yeah.
Locked me out.
You hear the slam.
Oh my god!
You hear the slam, and then a couple seconds later, Rose is kind of like,
Shit, really?
Yeah! You did!
I'm out front. You don't
Wait,
know that.
You see-
wouldn't, well, because I'll come back and be like, where's Addie?
She went outside. What happened?
I go after her.
so you sprint over to where the front door, towards where she exited. Addie, this whole time you're just enjoying quiet night.
Like sad, just taking.
Make me a listen check.
I'm not calling for her.
Yeah.
No, that was a fail. 65 for.
Okay. You're chilling. And
Can I use my senses of hearing to hear for her?
nope. You're chilling.
Remember, I didn't go far.
I know.
I stayed. Yeah, okay.
You kind of like pause for a moment, like pulling yourself out of your stupor for a second as you realize that all the sounds of nightlife have stopped. It is dead silent. And you hear just this heavy, just like breathing just out of range off in the tree line. And about that point, the door slams open next to you and you see Henry standing there.
What?
Get in now! Get in now! I reach out my hand to grab
I
her.
will in.
Like,
You
I am
slam
very.
the
I
door
guess I
behind you.
assume very unsettled.
Yeah.
yes, I close the door and I lock it.
Yeah.
I'm like falling behind just to make like I'm in there. Oh thank goodness.
I think.
What
I think
happened?
there's someone else out there. This breathing. There isn't a sound.
Henry, what happened?
Well, should we get? Is someone else out there? Should we go?
No. No one else is lit. Hold on, I do a head count.
Okay.
Is everybody present?
Rose, Arthur, Chuck, Mark, you see Amelia, Addie, Burritt, you assume is probably in the kitchen or in the staff quarters, and Tony, you imagine, is up in his room.
Okay. But
What's going on?
I don't know. Achak, where are the guns?
They're just right over here.
Open
Chuck,
it.
what happened?
Yeah, and he goes and like unlocks the cabinet. Achak seems very stressed out right now.
How many guns are there?
There's about, I'd say, 5 hunting rifles.
5 hunting rifles?
They are not loaded, and you do not see ammo.
Chalk, where's the ammo?
It's under the bar, behind the ice cooler.
Chuck, will someone please tell us what the hell is going on?
Who knows how to shoot a gun?
I need to go check on her. I'm sorry. And the Chalk turns and goes into the staff quarters.
On who?
Probably his wife.
Seeing him being so stressed about the guns, my hatchet. I keep my. You better go grab the hatchet.
Mm-hmm.
Is there enough ammo to fill the guns?
Yes.
Okay, so there are 5 rifles.
Yes.
Who knows how to shoot a gun?
I'm so stupid I didn't.
Mark kind of steps up. I can.
I toss at him.
He catches it.
Nobody else.
I've touched one before.
I know this basic safety from my husband, but I've never partook.
Okay. Chalk is gone. Is there anyone else around here who... You! Amelia.
Yeah.
Is it just these 2 floors?
I believe so. I don't know if there's a basement or anything, but I just know that there's this main floor and then upstairs. A Chalk would be the person to know. Mr. Sutton. It's his property.
We need... Did I count Sutton?
You do not. He typically, from what you've observed, keeps to himself in the staff quarters during the day.
Henry, what happened? What is going on?
It's... a creature of some kind. The buck I shot 3 days ago. It threw it at the side of the door. It's outside right now. We can't go out there. It's...
What?
I think it's hunting us.
What is it? You can't... Are you talking about Bigfoot?
I didn't say Bigfoot. I said some crazy, ridiculous animal. Bigfoot or not, whatever the title is, it's out there right now.
What do you mean the deer?
I told you I shot a deer and it vanished.
Mm-hmm.
It's now by the sauna out back. Destroyed.
That doesn't make sense.
Mangled. Twisted. I know it doesn't make sense.
That was
I know what I saw. And it's Mark,
gonna go find...
Arthur, tell them.
Outside was very uncomfortable. I was breathing.
A deer hit the wall, yeah.
Something threw a deer, a buck at the wall.
Arthur, quickly starts walking away and up to his room.
No, we need to stay together. Arthur!
You hear him close and lock his door.
I don't think I've heard that man utter a single word. The entire time we've been here.
We need a Chalk.
I'll go see if I can find a Chaka and Mr. Sutton. Okay. I'm gonna go towards
going with you.
I turn out all the lights.
Okay.
On or off?
Off.
Off.
Spoopy. I'm gonna go with him.
Except for one by the bar so that we can see.
You do.
And before you guys go, I'm just meet back here. We need to find a place to hole up and ride this out.
Okay.
You see Rose laying on one of the couches in the mill. Oh, what's going on?
You take care of her.
Wait, who are you pointing to?
Ew, I'm going with her.
Fuck! Okay, fine. Where's Tony? Why is Tony doing this?
Tony's probably upstairs. He's never out and about with people.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I wake her up. Ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am. And
What?
Ma'am.
Wake up!
Don't touch me.
Wake up!
You wake up. You can smell
I slap
alcohol
her.
on her breath.
Oh, fuck!
Slap her.
Oh! Well, my daddy's gonna hear about this.
Your daddy's going to get you back in pieces if you
And
don't
she
fucking listen to me.
stands up and starts hobbling her way up to the room.
No, Fine. And I thought you were hot.
She makes her way up to the room where you imagine Tony stays, and you hear her, like, knocking on the door. Dad! This man just hit me!
Good job, Henry.
She's drunk.
In instant, the doors open and Tony is standing there.
Yo, fight me, Tony. I'm fucking down. Fight me, Tony.
Isn't he a large man?
Huh?
Isn't he a large man?
Tony?
Yeah, from what we've seen, like he just.
I don't care what his large man he is. I just know what my brawl is.
You see him like whenever you see him, he's always in like a very nice like suit, like a large hat, nice tie.
I do have a rifle, by the way.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
He comes out. Who hit you? And she points. He did. Damn it, Rose, are you drunk again? Yeah. But he hit me. And he like pushes past her and makes his way downstairs. Look, I don't know who you are. I don't care where you come from. Do not touch my daughter again.
My name is Dr. Lestrade. I'm with the NYPD. You will stand down.
You hear the cock of a gun in his pocket as he's holding his hand there. I will do no such thing. You will stay away from my daughter, and we're not going to have any more problems.
I have no interest in your daughter. I'm trying to keep her breathing, which is more than I could say for you.
Well, good luck with whatever you're doing. Sleep well tonight. And he turns and heads off.
Anyway, that's fun.
Go ahead and make me a no.
Fight me.
Make me a no roll since he like got it all up in your face.
Come.
Also, did you mean to say doctor? Or did you mean to say detective?
Detective, did I say doctor?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I went doctor.
Yeah, I'm a doctor now.
He's channeling his last character.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I rolled a 19 out of.
Once he gets up in your face, like the accent, the look, the frame, you recognize him. He is definitely a gangster from New York.
Tony!
Yo, I'm gonna save all these people from a monster. I'm gonna catch a bad guy.
You see him pull Rose into his room. The door closes behind him, and you hear the door lock.
Do I know what kind of like business he does? Like what he does? Like drugs or just a gangster?
He's with the Genovese crime family. He's one of the mob capos.
The Genovese crime family?
Yes, he is not. He's not one of the higher ups, but he's certainly not just some.
He's not just a thug. So I should probably take.
You know his actual name is Dominic Strollo.
Oh fuck.
Oh, that's why you accidentally said Dominic.
Yeah, I was trying to say, I'm like, someone's name is
Yep.
Dominic.
Okay, cool. We're having a grand old time. I'm gonna duke it out with this mobster. I'm gonna feed him to Bigfoot. It's gonna be great.
He ain't like my Tony.
Now I don't feel bad about shooting his ass. I just don't.
But Addie, Amelia, you make your way
Yeah.
over towards the staff quarter doors. They are locked.
Fuck my life.
I'm gonna knock on him. Mr. Sutton? Oh god, I just forgot his name.
Stuart.
Ataka?
Achak.
Achaka, there it is.
Yeah, he.
It's just a chalk.
Achak?
There's no way.
Yeah, he opens up.
Achak!
He opens like a minute or two goes past before he opens up the door. Yeah.
Is Mr. Sutton there? Is everything okay? There's a bit of a panic going on right now.
I
Henry told me what happened.
know. Just stay inside, away from all the windows. It should be fine.
I really think we should all be together, especially since you know how to handle it.
Is there a basement of some sort, or is there...
Addie, make me a persuasion check. Alright, I guess it's fast talk, I mean.
Can I argue persuasion?
Yeah, I'll do persuasion as well.
Sweet. 28 out of 50.
Nice.
Look. If it's what I think it is, guns aren't gonna help.
What do you
is
think
it?
it is?
Kind of like looks back and you can see the door to his room like slightly cracked open, and you see his wife kind of sitting on the bed, and he like looks back to her, and you hear her kind of like in a very heavy accent mumble under her breath, "Wendigo."